Yeah, we have a shoe on head video. I figured I'd just start off strong and get this one out of the way first. I don't know what she's gonna say. Anytime on head is on screen, I get a little bit nervous. I get a little bit afraid. I get a little bit intimidated. I just think that's what real women do to me. They have that effect. They have that feeling. I can't quite get through it. Starting off with a bang. Yeah, I'm gonna bang her! Ah! I fucking got him! Oh, I fucking got him! Oh, I fucking got him, man! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Fucking get got! Get fucking got, dude! Okay. What is this? You guys can hear it, right? You guys can hear the video, and it's not too quiet, and it's not too loud, and it's just perfect, right, Chatty? Everything's perfect? Perfecto? Let's go.
Women. Despite popular belief on Reddit,
Dude, I say this too.
I love women. And despite popular belief on 4chan, I am a woman. And as—
Oh my god, you too? They just don't, like... See, here's the thing. You know that people on 4chan actually believe that VTubers are women because they don't believe anything they say, which is the type of behavior they show towards women. By not trusting that it's a woman, they're revealing they actually think that it is a woman because they're saying women are not trustworthy, they're lying harlot sluts. You know, if it were a man, they know for a fact that the man would come out and just say, I'm a man. You know what I mean? Men never lie. Why would a man do that?
As I am filming this, it is currently International Women's Day. So happy International Women's Day to all.
I should do something for Women's Day.
Of you. We've talked quite—
Wait, you're doing good. Actually, she's doing really good because my female percentage is kinda, you know, it's seen better days.
Quite a bit about male loneliness on this channel, but we haven't really touched on female loneliness, which, although technically not as severe yet, is unfortunately a real and rapidly growing trend. The modern world does not seem to have a solution to this. All modern dating advice is just—
I think the modern world just contributes to everyone being more lonely and isolated. Like, back in the day, it used to be really common to know the names of, like, your neighbors and to, like, be able to knock on their door and, like, ask them for something or bring them something. That's, like, unthinkable to me now. I do not know my neighbors. I live in an apartment complex. I don't know any of them. Not a single one. My interactions with them can be chalked up to finding them annoying, like when they're making too much noise, and then also like maybe saying hello to somebody in an elevator once or twice. And it's just very isolating. There's like way less of a sense of a community because of the way that we live our lives now.
Garbage. The future seems bleak, so maybe we have to look in the past. In this video, we're going to talk a bit about modern female loneliness, and then we're going to have some fun looking at some dating advice from the 1950s to see if we can find a solution there. Because what—
Dude, they knew how to do everything in the 1950s. Like, they had good food, they had good wages. When your woman was, like, pissing you off, you just punch her, set her straight. Like, God, things were way less complicated back then.
Worked for our grandmothers, surely will work
lobotomies,
for us,
that's good
right?
too.
Back in the day when people would still go to malt shops and diners instead of femboy hooters.
What is malt?
Women dated men for more than just their wallets. Which reminds me, before we get into this video, let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Ridge Wallet.
Oh my god.
Ridge Wallets are high—
Rich wallets? I apologize. I skipped an ad. I'm sorry. I parried it. Yeah, I did. I 360 no-scoped
during this channel, and thank you, the viewer,
JP Wolf, thank you for the 18 months. I appreciate it. Does she know? Does she know? Does she know? I've actually seen Shoe on Head respond to like a lot of VTubers who react to her content, so the odds that she will know are high. Maybe that's why she'll never— Oh. I'm sorry. Should I pay it? Should I pay my tithe by watching the ad? No, I can't break my principles for one woman. That would make me look like a simp.
The number of single women in the US is expected to increase 1.2% every—
Oh no, 1.2%. Well, actually, that's pretty high. Every year?
From 2008 to 2030, compared to a 0.8% increase in the overall population. This will result in 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 who will—
Proudly adding to this stat, let's go!
Will be single and childless by 2030. Now, according to some people, this is apparently a good thing. More women being single and childless is a good thing. Society is
Well, Shu, I wouldn't be doing this right now if I weren't single and childless, I'd probably be feeding my child or something. Maybe doing childcare. It's thanks to not having children or a partner that I'm able to dedicate all of my time to chatty.
Progressing. Women no longer have to be chained up and turned into breeding cows.
God, that sounds so hot.
1984. Apparently, single women spend more than the average family on travel, shopping, makeup, skincare, etc. So of course, some economists will twist this into a positive thing. But I'm not an economist. I'm your average, humble, working-class American YouTuber, slaving over a hot laptop,
Working-class
producing
YouTuber, I'm stealing
nothing
that.
of value to society.
I'm a humble, working-class streamer. I clocked in late today, and my boss didn't get mad at me at all. They were really nice to me, and then they gifted me like 500 subs. And then they said that I looked really hot and that they loved me and supported me even though I clocked in late. But I am a humble working class Twitch streamer.
And I don't think this is a good thing. I think this is proof things are going very wrong. And if you look at the stats about how so many women are on antidepressants and how the female
I think a lot of people in general are on antidepressants, though, to be
suicide rate
fair.
has been increasing. There may be a connection here. Friendship, family, and sexual intimacy are a big part of the hierarchy of needs. And I don't think women are happier being alone and single. I just think women might be better at coping with being alone and single.
Dude, that's me!
At least for a little while.
I just had like the craziest, saddest thought.
Oh my god, she's crying.
I'm in a stage of life where I'm watching all my friends get married and have babies.
When you talk about the subject, a lot of men will point out that these women could easily get any man to sleep with. And I'm sure they know that. But sex isn't the only thing people are.
Anytime I say I'm a femcel, and like, I don't think there's any man out there who would genuinely want me, everyone's like, but Lucy, femcels aren't real, because you can have sex anytime you want. You're right! I could go and find some guy in a truck right now and get my holes blown out, but what would that fulfill? Nothing. My hole would be full, but not the one in my heart.
Looking for, as I said in the male loneliness video, it would be relatively easy for a lot of these incels to just get laid, hire a hooker, and it would take the average woman like 5 minutes to find a man to sleep with. Just walk the f outside. The casual sex isn't the...
Have there been women who have tried this? Like, women who just don't care or something, or like for an experiment? Just like going up to a guy, they randomly say, they're like, hey, do you want to have sex? Like, just no preamble, just straight up like, hey, do you want to have sex? I'm doing a social experiment. And then actually, like, is this real? Is this a thing? Has it been done?
Solution to loneliness. It's a band-aid. It's a way to fill your void.
Sounds like my ex. I'm sorry, bro.
Trying to find someone to love, to marry, to have a family with nowadays, it is incredibly difficult for both genders in this climate today. And it seems like nowadays the only acceptable way to do so is to swipe right. We live in an increasingly atomized, lonely society thanks to a nasty combination of social media.
Wait, what does atomized mean? Genuine question. What does atomized mean? Minimized? Compartmentalized?
Media, technology, hookup culture, lack of community, lack of friends, lack of purpose, lack of money, late-stage capitalism, neoliberalism, and so many other things.
That's a lot of fucking words.
And men are being told to, well, nothing. You're on your own. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
You built the world after all, and are increasingly turning to the few people who at least pretend to give a shit, who just wind up selling them poison that ultimately hurts them in the end. Like hollow materialism, eternal one-night stands, and vasectomies. Yeah,
wait, I have to read that. Hold on.
Eternal one-night stands and...
The quickest path to becoming a high-value man. 1. Do not get married. 2. Avoid family creation. 3. Vasectomy in your 20s. What the fuck?
Vasectomies. Yeah, in case you were wondering,
what the hell?
That's what the red pill has been up to. Telling
You know what being a successful man looks like? Not passing on your genes to the next generation. Give up on your imperative drive as a creature on the planet to make your fucking gene pool succeed to the next generation. That's what it means to be a real man.
Their audience should just forget marriage and neuter themselves. While women, in turn, are also being sold very similar poison. About how it's good to be single, it's empowering. You don't need no man. Get on the pill, sleep around, climb the corporate ladder, and don't worry, baby, we'll freeze your eggs for you. But is this good advice for women? Or have we girl-bossed a little too close to the sun? A study on date psychology.
Before I became a streamer and I was mega poor and I was miserable working at like a Starbucks, I had like a really dark moment in my head where I was like investigating like egg donation. I was like, wow, I can get like $8,000 to donate my eggs. But wait, I can make even more money by being a surrogate. And I thought about that for like 5 minutes and then I gave up entirely. Thank God I became a streamer. Thank you, Chatty. You saved me from surrogacy.
It recently revealed that 48% of men 26 to 40 years old have not approached women in the past year. And
I don't blame them.
60% of men aged 18
Women
to
are mean.
25 said they haven't. In the entire data set, 30%
even
of men
Zoomers?
said they never approached a woman in person before, ever. This also might be because, like I said, everything that isn't swiping right on a date.
Yeah, well, it's not only that, but if you've ever seen the way men get treated when they try to approach a woman, they're getting humiliated on fucking social media for no reason. Like, God forbid a guy just shoots his shot in an innocent way, and then a woman acts like he was treating her like she's a sex object or something. No, he was just interested in you, and he wanted to communicate that interest, and he gave you an out, and he didn't pressure you into anything. He just wanted to communicate the way that he was feeling, and he wanted to give a shot and actually try to do something with that fucking feeling. God forbid you're not being sexually harassed just because a guy passes you a note after a fucking business convention and says, hey, I think you're cool. Do you want to get dinner sometime? Like, it's not that big of a fucking deal. And these people are genuinely just soulless and so self-centered to think that posting somebody's genuine, heartfelt effort to get to know you better and see if they have a chance with you, it's so fucking mean.
Dating app nowadays is considered creepy. Don't approach women at the bar. Don't approach women at the gym.
Wait, she's saying it.
Don't approach women at coffee shops.
I should have just
Don't
kept watching.
Women at work. Don't approach women at the mall. Don't approach women. We live in HR
Don't approach
world.
women.
And it turns out a lot.
I'm part of the problem because I tell Chatty not to approach women, not because like I think it's bad to approach a woman, but because they should only approach me. I'm sorry.
A lot of women don't like HR world. Every time I see videos of women crying about not being approached by men or being lonely, the comments and replies are always full of men like, enjoy your cats. This is what you asked for. This is the world you wanted, ladies. But was it? Not every woman is the blue-haired, man-hating feminist stereotype that you have in your mind. A lot of them want the same exact world you do.
Her outfit's really cute.
What you have to understand is society
I want to see the whole
in the media
dress.
is basically like her fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock-blocking you from talking to her. Excuse me? She's not interested. Even though
Not just that, but I've heard that, like, and this is crazy, I've heard that women will sabotage their friends like if they're jealous of the guy who's talking to them. So they'll like tell the guy she's not interested and like try to make him or make her not talk to him for whatever reason just because they want him instead, which is crazy to me. Women are fighting each other.
Chances are she might be. According to the same study on date psychology, 77% of women aged 18 to 30 want to be approached more.
That's
so
a good
if
stat.
Men are lonely and women are lonely, but men are too afraid to approach women nowadays. There's only one thing we can do, ladies. We must approach them. So I did a little research and looked up how.
Hey, Chatty. I think you're. I think you're really cute and you seem like really nice, and I just wanted to know if maybe you might be like, I don't know, like I'm streaming tomorrow. Do you want to come? I don't know. We can just like hang out or something and just like talk to each other or whatever. I just yes. Oh my God, let's go.
To approach men as a woman.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
Don't. Almost every single article, blog post, tweet thread, giving advice to women on how to get a man, said some shit like, don't chase him, let him chase you. Be unavailable and mysterious. Simply pretend he doesn't exist. Great. Awesome.
I feel that could work on some men, but probably not the type of man you'd want to start a relationship with.
Almost every single bit of dating advice I found amounted to, let them come to us. But what if they're not coming to us? What do we do now? Well, according to the great philosophers of our time, Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate, the problem is the modern woman. Lazy,
the modern
entitled,
woman.
mid. These are the ingredients that create
I'm three
the modern
of wait, no,
woman.
two of those.
So clearly
two of those
we
three.
have to go back. Back when a cheeseburger was 5 cents and women were lobotomized. That's right, we must return to the 1950s.
One of the most common ways to find a partner these days is by using dating apps and websites. But back in the 1950s, you had to get a little bit more creative. Here's an article from 1958 in McCall's
Get a dog and walk it. Have your car break down at strategic places? Wait, no. Wait, this is literally just women being lying whores again. Attend night school. Take courses men like. Bro, go get a business degree to find a man. Join a hiking club. Look in the census reports for places with the most single men. Nevada has 125 males for every 100 females. Holy shit. Read the obituary. Oh my god, the sixth one is crazy! Read the obituaries to find eligible widowers. Jesus fucking Christ. Jeez. Take up golf and go to different golf courses. Take several short vacations at different places rather than one long one at one place. Oh my god, that's so much money. Sit on a park bench and feed the pigeons. Bro, do you see that girl sitting there on the park bench, crossing her legs, feeding the pigeons? And that's a real woman right there. She just gives me such homemaking vibes. She's beautiful. The way that she throws the fries at the pigeons, it's perfect. Take a bicycle trip through Europe? Absolutely not. Get a job in a medical, dental, or law school? Oh yeah, no big deal. Just get a fucking medical degree. Become a nurse or an airline stewardess. They have very high marriage rates. Oh, is that true? Wait, what's the last one say? I can't read it. Ask your friends' husbands who the eligible men are in their offices. Am I crazy? There's something kind of sad about these. So, I feel like only a handful of these are normal, and then a lot of these just come across as really sad.
Magazine listed 129 ways
129?
for women to get a husband.
This list has gone viral so many times on the internet, and I have been sitting on this video idea
Yeah, we're still on number 6. That's my
years.
favorite one.
And what better time to talk about this now that all you bitches single as fuck. But don't worry, we are
I'm
going
sorry.
to see if the red
I'm not
pill
single,
and
I have chatty.
schizophrenic Roman.
I feel like if Shu saw the VOD whenever it goes live, she would probably say that me loving Chatty is, well, part of my problem, but it's a problem that I'm happy to have.
Statue, trad larper accounts on Twitter are correct.
Trad
Did
larper.
women in the 1950s
There's so
have
many.
better dating advice than women today? Because apparently what we're doing today, crying on TikTok.
You should poach men who just lost their wife. And that's number 6 on the list, so that means it's a really good way. You should go and poach men
Is just
who
not
are grieving.
working for us. Okay, let's just dive into this. Let's go. Number 1, get a dog and walk it. Honestly, this is pretty good advice. This is fine advice. If you have a dog, you'll probably
It's okay.
go to a dog park and
I
meet
give it
other
like a
dog
7.
people.
Like a 7
I
out
could
of
see
10.
this working. Just please, for the love of God, do not become a doggo mom. The amount of times I'm walking through the city and I see a stroller and a fucking dog is in it. Just do not treat your dog like a surrogate child, please.
I feel like, maybe it's always been this way and I just didn't notice as much when I was younger, but I feel like dogs have become like a total obsession these days. Like, it used to be, oh yeah, I love my dog is great. Now it's like, I love my dog, my personality is my dog, I love dogs, I watch nothing but dog videos. Look at this picture of my dog, look at this picture of my dog. I'm taking pictures of my dog, I'm taking my dog to a photo shoot, I'm taking my dog to the dog park. I'm gonna walk my dog without a leash because everyone should love when my dog jumps on top of them and fucking humps their leg. Have you seen my dog?
I want to go on vacations and enjoy life. That's why I don't want kids. I have dogs anyway. Won't somebody please watch Mr. Poopsie while I'm gone?
bad.
He has separation anxiety. Have your car break down at strategic places. Oh no,
This
my
is so
brakes
fucking
suddenly
funny.
stopped working in front of the Bass Pro Shop. Oh no, not right next to the tall rich man convention. Attend a night school. Take courses.
Wait, that's a great
men-like.
idea.
If you want to sign up for ancient Roman history class, be my
Base,
guest.
wait, that's a great idea.
personally would not go back to school for a man. No man is worth that. I still have nightmares about being in school. Why am I
Same.
having dreams about math homework at 33 years old? Look at the
Same.
census reports for
Well, not
places with the
33,
most
I'm
single
18
men.
forever.
Nevada has 125 females for every 100 females. Ladies,
Pretty
if you
crazy
want to meet a
stat.
man, simply hang out in the Shoe on Head fan base.
Go
the
to
ratio
Nevada.
of men and women here is insane. We got all types of men here. We got the furries, we got the weebs, the libertarians, the conservatives, the liberals.
The Marxists, the anarchists, the agitators, the looters, and people who, in many instances, have absolutely no clue what they are doing.
Read the obituaries to find eligible widowers. What the f?
Many such
Showing
cases,
up to a
many such
funeral
cases.
like, hey, sorry about your
Smuggle,
wife.
thank you for the
What
20
that
months. Wait, guys, we're getting TTS cucked.
Fellow
Hold on a
chatty,
second.
Has Lucy become cuter and more attractive researching this topic? Let me grab my sweating towel. Lucy P. Lurk.
You know how fucked up and evil it would be to be like, how to attract new chatty member. 6. Go and poach viewers from a VTuber who just got canceled.
do though. So I'm actually getting these from an article written in 2018 about the advice from the 1950s, and the journalist Bella DiPaolo is constantly writing her own commentary after like almost every single one of these
It's just
things.
business.
Like, look, ready? This one is like, get a job in a medical, dental, or law school.
This one's
And
crazy.
she
This
writes,
one's crazy
Become
to
a
me.
doctor, dentist, or lawyer. You are a badass, so you don't need to marry one. And the next
Oh my fucking god. This is so... It's such fake fucking girl boss energy. Yeah, you don't need no man. Get a high-paying job so you don't need a man. Because the only reason you would need a man is if you needed him for his fucking wallet, right? Like, people want to be in relationships because presumably they don't want to be alone and they want somebody to share, like, the events of life with. What is with this fucking focus on become rich so you don't need a man? I kind of get, like, maybe what they're trying to go for is, like, the whole... You don't want to depend entirely on a partner for money because that can be dangerous if the relationship goes south. But that is not at all how they phrase it.
advice from the 50s is become a nurse or airline stewardess. They have very high marriage rates. And she's
This one's
like,
okay, I
no,
guess.
become a person who thinks for herself. They have very high rates of living the life that works for them. So become a doctor, dentist, or lawyer is good advice because strong, independent woman jobs or something. But become a nurse or airline stewardess is bad advice because... Why exactly? Like, I'm sorry, is that not a little sexist? Why is she looking down on...
It's the new sexism. Now you get to make many people pissed off. There is no possible way for you to be either a man or a woman without pissing somebody off, okay? You can't be a trad wife who stays at home and feeds your fucking kids and does nothing else and cleans the house, because then the new age women who are like, no, that's not how women should be, they'll get mad at you. At the same time, you can't even be that fucking new age woman because then you'll have people who get mad at you and say, no, you're taking the fucking independent pill, but that's not what's good for you. We need to return to modern. We need to return. Why can't both be fine? Why can't both be fine? Why are people always trying to make people fit into these fucking stupid ass boxes, and yet they reframe it and they're like, it's not sexism because we just want women to be independent. Yeah, but then you call those women fucking... What's the word that they... You call those women pick-me's. You call those women like fucking slaves to their husbands. You make fun of them when they choose their way of life. You act like it's not fucking valid. It's just a different form of sexism. You also hate women when they don't act the way you want them to.
Being a nurse or an airline worker, the advice some women give to other women is like incredible. It's always just like constant affirmation, constant coddling, constant like, you're doing nothing wrong, sweetie. And then male advice is like, your whole family's gonna die if you don't go to the gym right now. Be nice to everybody.
Is this true?
They may have an eligible...
Wait, Chad, is this true? Is that male? Is that male advice?
brother or son. You shouldn't only be being nice to people in order to possibly get laid. Just be nice to...
This is literally like how to be a nice girl advice. Like, you can imagine, like, this being the opposite. Like, telling a dude, you should be nice to every woman you meet because they could have, like, a sister who's into you, even if they're not. Like, this is nice girl training.
To everyone, in general. Being nice is, like, the bare minimum. And what's sad is some people can't even do that. The bar is in hell.
She do be
and
right.
Yet, get a government job overseas. Okay,
What
I'm
the
sorry.
fuck?
No man
This is so
worth
random.
becoming a fed. Do not become a federal agent for some dick. Be friendly to ugly men. Again, just be nice to everyone.
What the fuck?
For some
Wait,
dick.
what does it say?
Be friendly.
Be friendly to ugly men. Handsome is as handsome does. What? Wait, what does this mean? Wait, what does this mean? Handsome is as handsome does? Huh?
Friendly to ugly men. Again, just be nice to everyone in general. Lowering
Ugly
your
people can
standards
be nice?
if they're very high or unrealistic is a good thing, but don't lower them too much. If you're not attracted to someone, you should not be dating them. And don't get with the first person who's nice to you or shows you attention just because you're lonely. The amount of men and women who like jump into relationships just because they're sad and lonely is way too high. It's almost always a recipe for disaster. Don't date someone who you think is ugly, but like, if he's not over 6 feet or doesn't have the perfect body, like, yeah, give him a chance. You're not
I still don't get the fucking height thing. It must be like an average woman height thing.
perfect either, girl. But if you think he's straight up ugly, different story. So yes, be nice to everyone, including ugly people, but don't date someone you think is ugly.
Tell your friends that you are interested.
Is this right? Should you not date somebody who's ugly? JG Bins, hi. This is my first impression of you, Mal. I got a notification gamer subs that your stuff dropped. I want to check you out. Oh my god, let's go! I can't believe you're finding me for the first time from gamer subs. Nah, that's crazy. I didn't even know that was possible. Maybe it's working, guys. Maybe it's working. Taller, height, fit, ripped, big dick equals perfect. I don't think so. Never date ugly, alone forever. I think it's fine. Isn't it fine if, like, you're both ugly, right? So it's like, I'm ugly, you're ugly, let's be ugly together. And, like, it's fine. Like, I don't necessarily believe... I mean, well, I think the determiner is not necessarily don't date somebody you find ugly, but rather don't date someone you're not attracted to. Yeah, I think you can be attracted to someone even if they're ugly, or at least... I hope so.
Interested in getting married. Don't keep
I'm
it
a 5
secret.
out of 10 on my best
We
day.
have another author's note. Tell your friends
True.
you have no interest whatsoever in getting married. Don't keep it a secret. Tell your mother. Tell all your other relatives. Tell all the random people you meet on the street. Declare it on social media. Bro, this
So
is why
fucking
we are
cringe,
here now, by the
bro.
way. People like this in 2018 tell...
We need a word for, like, women. It needs to be, like, pick me, but it's for the opposite. When every single time they encourage women to do whatever it takes to separate themselves from men entirely.
Telling young women to not even try and just be a strong, independent girl boss.
hair?
These are the fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock-blocking you.
Get lost at football games.
Alright, if I'm at a
Then
football
so, no, I
game,
resent that.
I'm already lost.
Same,
Don't take
same.
a job in a company run largely by women.
You would
That's a
never
good
hear
idea.
this in modern...
No, this is a great idea, guys. You should definitely take a job at a company that's run mostly by men so that your boss can abuse his position of authority and give you the hot, sexy 50 Shades of Grey romance that you're looking for.
dating advice. This is like blasphemous. I like the author's note to run a company.
Get a job demonstrating fishing tackle in a sporting goods store.
See?
What the
Bass Pro
fuck?
Shops. I'm telling you. Pennsylvania, the last respectable institution in America. On a
This is
plane,
so
a train,
funny.
or bus, don't sit next to a woman. Sit next to a man. Author's note, spread out all your stuff on the seat next to you and maybe you will get to have the whole row to yourself.
Who the hell made this article? Jesus, it's so fucking cringe. Zephyr, thank you for the sub. Welcome to Cringe Empire. Ha, me when I call something cringe and then I immediately say it. Welcome to Cringe Empire.
The contrast between the
Melodious, thank you for the gift sub, by the way.
goofy shit from the 1950s and this like bitter modern asocial
Exactly.
shit is
It
so
doesn't
funny.
suit
Go to all
suit the
reunions
tone.
of your high school or college class. There may be widowers there. What is up with
so
this like
fucking funny.
predatory ass advice? Why
Okay.
widowers?
so
Be a
funny, dude.
rebound for a man whose wife fucking died. Also, I just realized I missed my 10-year high school reunion. Oh well. I don't think anyone would recognize me anyway. I'd have to like wear an Invader Zim shirt and like trip
Oh my god,
pants.
Invader Zim.
Don't be afraid to associate
Ardo, thank
with
you for the
more
3
attractive
months.
girls. They may have some leftovers.
This is so sad. Like, literally everything in this list from 1950s just makes the woman reading it sound so fucking pathetic.
What are you doing here? What do you mean? I'm here for the scraps.
Don't room with a girl who is a sad sack and let her pull you down to her level.
Truest fucking advice on the entire list so far. The most true. Literally so fucking true.
I mean, this
Stay
is
away
pretty
from
good,
miserable
like,
whores.
standard advice. Don't surround yourself with negative, miserable people. Like this
She
journalist
should have said whores, but yeah.
will just try to drag you down to her level and attempt to sabotage your dating aspirations. Learn to paint. Set up easel outside engineering school. The
What the
author's
fuck?
note, if you like to paint, set up your easel where nobody will bother you. Spread your
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
out
Don't
so
make
nobody
friends
will sit
even.
next to you.
Not
Set
only
your
don't
easel up where
get a
nobody
man,
will
but, like, don't
bother
make
you.
friends.
They want you to die alone. Stumble when you walk into a room that he's in. Carry a
Aw.
hat box. What?
Chatty, would that work on you? Would that work on you? Oh, Chatty, I've fallen and I can't get up. Oh gosh, my little arms, they're just not strong enough to lift my body off the floor. I'm gonna need a masculine presence with their big male muscle arms to help lift me up and put me back up. Oh, thank goodness, Chatty, you're here. Yeah, put your arms around me. And then I like fucking dive my head into your tits. And I'm like, boo, and I fucking motorboat them.
Do we put a hat in the box?
Oh, sorry,
What
I
do we
can't
put
stop
in the
slipping.
box? What's in the box?
What's in the fucking box?
Wear a band-aid. People always ask what happened. No they won't. This was absolutely written in the 1950s where people used to talk to each other. Make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Damn. Why didn't I think of that? What great advice. Don't be poor. Dropping the handkerchief still works. God, everything seems so wholesome.
I'm gonna fucking drop the handkerchief in front of Chatty. But the handkerchief is dirty and sticky.
And simple back then. Drop a handkerchief. That's
Makes
that's
it 2
all
times
took.
more effective.
Hell, like even my mom, what she did to get my dad's attention, she just like rode her bike back and forth in front of his house. Like,
Wait, did
that's
she?
so adorable.
She sounds
and
like a
wholesome.
stalker.
Want to know how me and my husband met? He trolled me on Twitter.
Oh.
He was a hater on Twitter.com.
Oh my god, wait! So you're telling me there's a chance? You're telling me there's a chance I can, like, legit end up with a Chatty? Life is so good.
How do I explain that to my future children? Stand in a corner and cry softly. Chances are good that he'll come over to find out what's wrong.
Lucy, what's wrong, score? Main problem is that I don't have any dick in my life. I just don't know if there's anyone who can help me with my problem. Or maybe, unless Chatty.
No, chances are people will whip out their cell phone and start filming you, and then you
Yeah.
go viral.
Yeah.
Crazy Karen cries
Yeah,
in
unfortunately,
corner.
yeah.
Buy a convertible. Men like to ride in them.
Wait,
Learn
what's
how
a
to bake
convertible?
tasty apple pies. Bring one into
Wait, that's
the
good.
office and let the eligible bachelors taste it. Honestly,
This is so wholesome. That's like one of the best advices yet. I agree. That's what I do for Chatty. Like on Valentine's, I make them food and then I pretend that they're able to taste it and then I cry after the stream.
This is pretty cute advice. I could see this maybe working. But like people are so weird about people like dating at work nowadays. That used to be like the #1 place people would meet their spouse. And now it's like saying Susan looks nice today is sexual.
I mean, I kind of get it, though, because people who are couples at work, there was one of those at Starbucks, like they were dating each other. It is so fucking annoying. It is so fucking annoying to watch them flirt with each other at work. I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Sexual harassment. I like the author's note here. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies. Eat them. Don't do anything for a man ever. Do everything for yourself. Wow, thanks, Journo. You helped so much. Female loneliness cured. Laugh at his jokes. Laugh at his jokes.
This is the best one, right? Wait, Chatty. Tell me a joke. I'll wait. I'm very patient. I can give you time. As much time as you need because I'm a proper female and women's rights. Chatty, how'd you get so funny? Chatty. Rizzler, how'd you get so funny, Chatty? God, you're so funny. Any girl would be lucky to have you out there.
If they are funny. Attractive people make the terrible mistake of assuming that they are funny because simps and simpettes will laugh at any joke they say, no matter if it's funny or not. You are not.
Wait, am I not actually funny? I just have big tits? No, she's wrong about that.
Funny.
No, she's wrong about that.
People just want to you. Know the difference. Accidentally have your purse fly open.
She's wrong.
Scattering its contents all over the street.
And then one of the things that she has in her purse is like a condom. Wait,
babe. Oh no, I dropped my monster tampon that I use for my magnum pussy. Wear high heels most of the time. They're sexier. Journo note. This has become my favorite thing. Wear shoes with no heels. They are way more comfortable.
I'm not following that right now.
Don't wear shoes at all. Okay, terrible advice. Wear shoes. You don't.
No, because that's actually pro men. Because if you tell a woman to not wear shoes at all, like you're basically gonna get men bricked up at Target.
I don't track the foot, guys. Trust me. I know some of them are in this comment section right now as we speak. Horrifying. But yes, heels are attractive. Heels are pretty. They make your ass look good. They make your legs look good. I don't see how this is bad advice. Unless he happens to be shorter than you are. Oof.
Damn, I wish I still had the oof Minecraft sound on my sound alerts right now.
The manlet's catching strays even back in 1958. Tell him he's handsome. Journo note!
Chatty, you're so handsome. Chatty, you're handsome and you're nice and you're cute. Very handsome chatties. Even if you're a girl, somehow you're handsome.
Let's go! Talk to someone who is less needy and insecure.
No, I'm getting rage baited now. No, that one rage baited me. Oh, that rage baited me. Jesse, thank you for the 4 months. Let me take a strip. You want somebody to tell you that you look good, that you dress good that day, that you're handsome? You want your partner to care? You want your partner to think that you look good? You're so fucking insecure. You are so fucking insecure. You expect the person you're with to compliment you when you make an effort? You insecure fucking piece of shit. How dare you expect compliments from women?
Doesn't even want you complimenting men that you are interested in.
It's
also,
crazy.
Ladies, pro tip, if you want him to just melt in your hands, don't say he's handsome. You can do that. But next time you're like walking with him or something, just be like, I feel very protected when I'm with you.
Chatty, I feel really protected when I'm with you. I don't know, I feel so secure and safe when you're around. Is it working? Wait, I feel like she's teaching me how to riz right now.
Will be locked the fuck in. I don't see the fault in like complimenting a man or a woman that you are attracted to, that you are trying to date. Why does that make them insecure or needy? Take good care of your health. Men don't like girls who are ill. Get
Wrong. Men love the mentally ill. Otherwise, I would have no fucking
Get a
viewers.
sunburn. Go
What
on
the
a
fuck?
diet if you need to. You
Damn!
would never, ever see this advice today. What's crazy is, like, in the early 2000s, very, very skinny was the look. Like, I remember being a kid and seeing things about how, like, fat Britney Spears is when she looked like this. And now
Okay, Chatty. Now pretend that she's not a human woman. Is this 1 for wood, 2 for not wood? Fat Britney Spears. Fat Britney Spears. God, she's so fucking fat. God, she's so fat. No, back then you would just constantly hear about how celebrities were being, like, discovered to have eating disorders and shit. It was pretty fucked up. And I think it's been making a resurgence lately, too.
when she looked like this. And now we've gone completely 180, where it's like, health and fitness be damned, Lizzo was a queen.
This outfit is not very flattering, though, to be fair. Like, it's not very flattering at all. I don't think it would look good on a skinny girl either.
Like, can we just be normal about this? Why is there no middle ground between, like, having an eating disorder
God damn it! Why are you showing me Eugenia Cooney right now?
and having an eating disorder?
You didn't have to say it like that. Come on, you didn't have to say it like that. You didn't have to say it like that, Shu. Come on, stop. Stop. If you tell people who are massively, morbidly obese that they have an eating disorder, they're gonna get mad. You can't say that, Shu.
When you are with him, order your steak rare. Absolutely not.
What? Are you guys gonna think less of me because I order my steak medium? I get medium. Are you gonna be mad? No, yes, no, 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 no. A bit, yeah. A bit? I'm
I
screwed.
eat my steaks well done. Not even well done. I ate that shit. Congratulations. Don't tell him about your allergies. Don't be too fussy. Don't whine. Girls who
Don't tell him about your allergies. If he serves you peanuts, just die to prove that you love him.
whine stay on the vine. Double date
Oh my
with
God,
a gay,
true.
happily married couple.
If you said that today, gay would mean something totally different, and it'd be like, whoa, do I have any gay friends who are a happily married couple?
Let him see what it's like. This has such a different meaning today.
Right,
Double date with a
right?
gay couple. Let him see what it's like. Be flexible. If he decides to skip the dance and go rowing on the lake, go. Even if you're wearing your best evening gown. Journo note, journo note. Tell him
What the
that's
fuck?
fine, but he has to wear the evening gown and the heels.
Wait. So this whole article was just the journalist's excuse to, like, talk about their femboy fetish and how they want their man to, like, go on dates with them in a dress. Wait, they're based. I was wrong. They love femboys.
Feminize your date. 129 ways to get a boy wife. Turn wolves
Hot.
into husband material by assuming
No, this is so bad-pilled! Turn wolves into husband material. Holy
they
shit.
have honor. Okay, I'm so
What the fuck
fucking
does this
brain
even
broken.
mean?
I'm such a degenerate that, like, when I read this, I immediately thought of, like, Legoshi
Bao,
the
yeah.
wolf.
Yeah, I also
from
thought of Bao.
Beastars.
Yeah,
Like, oh, he'd make a good husband.
same. 100%, yeah.
Oh, wait, how old is he? Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, God, wait, he's 17. Wait.
Me when I can't recognize the cartoon animal character is actually a minor by 1 year. Oh no, the people on Twitter! Oh, it's over! The FBI is being called!
Resist the urge to make him over. Before marriage, that is. So basically, trap him and then mold him into your perfect mate.
So
Okay?
true.
I swear this advice is getting more insane the further we go. The lobotomy is kicking in. Remain innocent, but not ignorant.
That's a hard balance to have. What the fuck?
If he's rich, tell him you like his money. The honesty will intrigue him. Will it?
What?
Honestly, maybe. If he doesn't mind marrying a gold digger, I guess. But if it's just like a dude looking for love, and you're just like, I like your money. It's
I like your money! On a scale of 1 to 10, how intrigued are you by Lucy Pyre after hearing that phrase?
over. You fucked it up. Never let him believe your career is more important to you than marriage.
Chatty, you are my career and my marriage, so what does that mean? I'm confused.
Clip and mail him a funny cartoon that means something to the both of you.
Oh, wait, this is memes! Wait, this is... That's so cute! This is 1950s
literally the 1950s version of sending a meme.
I've never had an original thought. Shut the fuck up,
Stop
Shield.
being a mama's girl. Don't let him think he'll have in-law trouble, even if you know he will.
What? Trap a man with your Karen mother. He deserves
Stop
it.
being a mama's girl. Don't let him think he'll have in-law trouble, even if you know he
Hydration.
will.
Journo note. Guess who never has in-law trouble? People who stay single.
What
other
a fucking
articles has this
bitch.
woman written? Let's look this up.
The real sex
Yeah.
lives of middle-aged single women.
What?
A world without marriage. The unsung joy.
I don't understand why you would be so adamant about a woman staying single and not getting married, but then encourage her to have, like, promiscuous sex. Like, do you care about women or do you not? Because what is it adding to her life?
Of living alone. The thrill of going to
Why not
holiday
solo it
parties
with
alone.
masturbation,
Why
too?
being
Like,
in
what?
a long-term relationship may make women more depressed. There are more
She's
single
got an
people than
agenda!
ever. That's not a bad thing. The profound rewards of staying single.
Oh
I'm
my
done.
god.
This is just sad. This is sadder than Anita Sarkeesian having a wedding-themed birthday party.
This is actually one of the saddest fucking things I've ever heard. But at the same time, I can't say anything because I'm gonna have a wedding-themed stream where I marry Chatty, so... maybe I should stay in my lane.
And marrying herself. You're gonna look at this and tell me there's no female loneliness epidemic? Really?
Point out to him that the death rate of single men is twice that of married men.
What the If he doesn't want to fuck you, just threaten him with death. Just tell him he's going to fucking die, and then you should win.
Marry me or you'll die an early death.
If your mother is fat, tell him you take after your father. If he's fat too, tell him you're adopted.
What? What? Is that the worry? Is that the worry? Like, presumably you're like a normal weight if this is what you're saying. Otherwise, you sound like a lying bitch if you're like actually actively fat and you're like, oh, I take after my non-fat father. Huh?
It was a
Blazing
different
like a man,
time.
welcome, hi.
Stow away on a battleship.
What the
Rent a
fuck?
billboard and post your picture and telephone number on it.
That's crazy. That's Tinder in the 1950s.
Oh my god. Do not do this. Sink at a fashionable beach at high noon.
What the
Make
hell?
and sell toupees. Bald men are easy catches.
So basically, if there are any gold-digging whores out there, I have it on good faith back in the 1950s that Asmongold and his millions should be easily available to you.
Don't marry him if he has too many loose buttons.
What does that mean?
End.
So ladies, what have we learned?
What does that
Follow
mean?
around your hot friends for scraps, get a sunburn, and carry around a hat box. Wow, this will surely solve female loneliness. No, but for real, some of this advice was actually much better than like any modern dating advice I've seen. Like at least some of this advice was go the f outside and talk to men, as opposed to don't talk to him, like let him chase you, don't even look him in the eyes. Also, men, I'm curious, which one of these would actually work on you? Would you go over to
Shaddy, would it work on you if I fell and you had to pick me up? The obituary? Damn. Would it work if you were like widowed and I went to poach you? The memes? I send you guys memes all the time in Discord.
the woman that was crying and asked what's wrong? Does the hat box do it for you? I'm curious. By the way, the link to the whole list will be in the description. I would love to see your own takes on this list, like your reactions, your own video responses to this
Yeah,
list.
the widow
I've
thing
been
is the
seeing a
funniest
lot of
one to this day.
VTubers responding to
Day
my
I
videos
say, I literally
lately.
just watched
so if
it.
one of you anime freaks
Sorry.
are reacting to this right now, I see you.
Oh, no.
So that was that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, I've stolen like what, 20 something minutes from your life.
Hands up where you can see him, Lucy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. People keep posting your videos in my Reddit, and then I react to them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I skipped your ad. It'll happen again. Prasberry, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate it. Blah, blah, blah. Nice video. Pretty good video. Very funny. Very funny. She's one of the good ones. I sound like such a bitch. Okay. Okay. Deals with the devil. A brief musical history. What the fuck does this mean?
The devil seems to have quite the interest in music.
I do.
Whether it's the satanic imagery that's ever pervasive in metal, or the legendary
There's no satanic imagery in metal.
Down to Georgia, it would appear that the Prince of Darkness likes a good tune as much as you and I. But there's one tale of the devil in music that captivates like no other, and it's one that's been told for centuries. The deal with the devil.
Wait, why does this demon have a face on its ass? Does that mean this dude, that's its mouth. Does that mean anytime it shits, it like tastes its fucking shit as it comes out? That's disgusting. Oh, ew.
Devil. Nearly everyone knows this kind of story now, and that's because it has a rich history dating back several centuries. Let's take a closer look.
I'm gonna learn today.
Deals with the devil have appeared in Western mythology for a long time, but they really first started catching on in the late 1500s, thanks to a man named Johann Faust.
Hi, Lucy. I'm a new fan. I pre-ordered your cup. Oh my god, Video Study! Thank you. Hi, welcome.
Faust was a German alchemist and magician who was alleged to have made a pact
with the
demon Mephistopheles in return for his soul.
Mephistopheles, I recognize this name.
After being documented
wow, I
in
heard this in Demon
Marlowe's play, The Tragical History.
Is that a cock or is that a tail? Chatty, is this like demon? It doesn't look like a tail because it looks like this is the tail and that's its cock. I genuinely think that that's a demon cock. There's a lot of really cool art in history.
Of Dr. Faustus.
A hand? That is not a hand.
100 years later,
that's not where hands
first
come
made
from.
Its way into music thanks to Giuseppe Tartini.
Giuseppe.
In 1713, the devil appeared to Tartini in a dream, and Tartini made a pact.
It came
for
to me
his
in a
soul.
dream.
In the dream, he gave the devil a violin, and the devil performed the most beautiful sonata he had ever heard.
Oh my god, wait, this is literally just like that one song. Is like the devil, the fiddle, and the Johnny went down to Georgia, he was looking for a soul to steal. Bam, bam, bam. The city, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome, and Existential Head. Thank you for continuing the sub. I appreciate it.
Immediately upon waking up, Tartini tried to write down what he heard and created the Violin Sonata in G, better known as the Devil's Trill Sonata. Despite the success of this piece, Tartini wrote that his
dude, this is like one of those faces that they would put on like the Chad versus fucking cuck memes with it'd be like, he doesn't have the canthal tilt, he's not mewing enough, so he's never gonna get a woman.
Effort was so inferior to what I had heard that if I could have subsisted on other means, I would have broken my violin and abandoned music forever.
Holy shit, that is so fucking pretentious. So inferior to what I had heard, that if I could have subsisted on other means, I would have broken my violin and abandoned music forever.
It would seem that the devil's interest in violin didn't wane, as rumors of another violinist cohorting with the devil came about a century later.
This is way older than I
Niccolo
thought.
Paganini is considered by some to be the greatest violin virtuoso ever to have lived. He started music at the age of 5 on the mandolin, was composing by the age of 7, and performing live at 12. And he was such a virtuoso that the public began to surmise that his talents must have come from dark dealings. On top of his skills, Paganini had a pale,
he looks like he's looking at the devil actively as we speak.
lanky look, with long fingers and
Straps don't mind
flaming
if I do.
eyes. The legends of his performances are something else to behold. Some reports say audiences made the sign of the cross as they watched him perform to protect themselves from evil. Other stories have him continuing to play flawless notes on broken strings and contorting his body into weird shapes while performing. One fan even left a Vienna concert claiming he had seen the devil
a Vienna
eating
concert?
Paganini.
Bays, we
At
love
the age
Vienna.
of 54, Paganini died. And one of the last things he did before he died was send away a priest who had come to perform last rites. This cemented his association with the devil in many people's minds. Less than 100 years later, legends of the devil meddling in musical...
I like this thing right here. This is supposed to also be symbolic of the devil having a penis. And like when you do a deal with the devil, he fucks you, like with his signpost dick.
Affairs started once more. In the 1920s and 30s,
yeah,
a pair
don't
of
fiddle
blues
with his
musicians
diddle.
in the Mississippi Delta are alleged to have run-ins with the devil. First came
I recently watched the movie Sinners, and it had like a kind of similar idea, although he didn't make a deal with the devil, but he had like such good music that it like summoned demons or some shit.
Tommy Johnson, a guitar virtuoso known for his eerie yodeling. Johnson's brother Liddell spread
Was
the
that
legend.
movie good? It was very confusing to me, but I like that it had... Wait, this is a spoiler. Is it a spoiler? I don't know. Is it a spoiler? It's a horror movie. Kind of.
Tommy's Faustian bargain. One night,
I love me
the
a
story
horror
goes,
movie.
Tommy Johnson went to the crossroads just before midnight and played guitar until a big black man came up to him, took his guitar, and tuned it. After that, Tommy Johnson could play the guitar like no man alive. Outside of the alleged deal with the devil and his influence on blues music, Johnson's life was rather uneventful, though. That can't be said for Robert Johnson, unrelated to Tommy, another musician who apparently made a Faustian bargain. Johnson was
I made a Faustian bargain.
one of the most
That's my
impressive
literal
guitar
lore.
players of his time and one of the most important musicians of all time.
What the hell is that?
And when he was a young man in the late 1920s, he started to play guitar, but apparently he had no...
If I go to the crossroads at midnight, will I meet Lucy? I don't know if you'll meet me, but I think it would be like a sign of your love. Like similar to taking the blood out of your body and putting it in a locket in a vial and then hanging it around your neck. It would be the same thing to me if you like tried to summon me at a crossroads and then you took a picture and said, I tried to summon Lucy at a crossroads because I just want to see her at any cost. Like that would be a love confession to me.
talent for it. Fellow bluesman Son House famously remembered how Johnson played the guitar. Such a racket you never heard.
Such a
It'd make the people
racket!
mad, you know? They'd come out and say, why don't y'all go in and get that guitar away from that boy? He's running people crazy with it. I'd come back in and I'd scold him about it.
Oh, so he was bad at playing. So he's bad at playing and we made up some bullshit and we're like, oh, the devil possessed his guitar. He made a deal with the devil. He just sucks at music.
Then one day, Robert Johnson left Robinsonville, where he had been living. When he came back, he was a changed
Hello,
man.
Brandon.
Johnson
Hi,
returned
welcome.
with incredible guitar skills, sliding around the neck seamlessly while maintaining steady rhythms.
What the
Legend
fuck?
has it when Keith Richards first heard Johnson play, he thought it was two guitar players. Rumors started to grow that, like
What if
Tommy
it was?
Johnson before him, Robert had sold his soul to the devil at midnight at a crossroads. And if you listen to Robert Johnson's music, it's easy to believe it too. Atop his virtuoso
I saw an episode like this in Supernatural, so I'm very educated.
Johnson's lyrics have a haunting desperation to them, and he even sings of his relationship with
This
the
looks
devil.
like a cool
Hellhound
movie.
on My Trail is a masterful song that takes the trope of the rambling bluesman and puts a new spin on it.
That's why the
reason
episode is
Johnson
called
is a traveling,
that. Oh my
wandering
God.
vagabond is because he's got hellhounds following him. You could even look at this song as the middle of a trilogy of songs chronicling his run-in with the devil. Crossroad Blues is where he sells his soul.
They bullied the guy until he got good, then credited the devil. Makes sense.
And then the trilogy
Anytime somebody that I don't like is good at something, the devil did it.
ends with Me and the Devil Blues, which has some of the most haunting opening.
What the fuck? Wait, what happened? Where the fuck is my audio? Bought your shirt? Oh my god, thank you, Artie. I appreciate it. Hello? Is the video muted? Copyright probably. Oh. Naruhodo. Okay. Yeah, we're not allowed to hear this song. And I said, hello, Satan. I believe it's time to go. I don't know how the song goes. Wait, are we back? Are we back?
For Robert
Let's go.
Johnson's soul. Johnson was poisoned by a jealous husband and died at just 27 years old.
Damn.
Since Robert Johnson, the
I'm
devil
the
has continued his
devil,
relationship
I
with
love
music, but
metal.
no Faustian bargains like that of Paganini
Check
or
this
Robert
riff,
Johnson have been
it's
struck,
fucking
at least not that we know
tasty.
of. Though it's been nearly a century since Johnson, so maybe it's time for the devil to dip his toes back into the music game.
You can say whatever you want about religion and Western religion in specific in this instance, but my god, a lot of the art that's been made to like represent Catholicism and Christianity is actually hard as fuck and goes crazy.
Thanks to Skillshare, the first 200...
Thanks to Skillshare, I will be skipping this ad. I can't believe Skillshare would force me to do that. That is so fucked up and evil of them. Okay, Oblivion, but this happens instead. I hope I've learned enough about Oblivion to understand what's about to happen here.
This video was sponsored by Bethesda.
Did you hear me?
It's gonna crash then. It's gonna crash then. It's gonna crash then. Right? It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. That means it crashes.
Imperial not to listen. Imperial.
Oh yeah, this is how the game starts.
You.
Racist as fuck.
I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right.
He's such a creepy old man when you put it in this perspective.
Yesterday.
I don't think so.
You did this morning too, yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Sir, should we keep moving?
Yes.
There's no female in the game at the beginning.
Right this way.
My sons are dead.
What?
My sons.
My sons are dead.
Oh.
I can feel it.
I didn't know that. Prisoner, stand by the window. We're coming in.
You. I've seen you.
Just a moment, sir.
Actually, stand by the corner.
You are the one from my dreams.
Just let me open the door, sir.
Could you actually go?
Oh
to
my
that
God,
nook?
she can't
There's
do
like a nook
anything because
area.
she's
Go
incompetent
stand
because
there.
she's a woman.
God's give me strength.
1 second, sir. Ah, here we go.
This is the part of the stream where I have to admit that I actually do struggle to open doors sometimes, even though it should be extremely simple. Thank you, Savi, for the resub. 18 months. Oh, shit. Wait. 18 months. That equals, I do the math, a second baby. Congratulations on the second pregnancy. Hi, Savi. Lucy, about your waifu cup with Coke. Lucy, are you proud of me? Mr. Bebop, I am in fact proud of you. You have done what needs to be done, soldier.
You.
I look so
I've
good.
seen
You
you.
think so?
You are the
Look
one
at my
from
boobs.
my dreams.
They're so bouncy.
You must take this amulet.
What? No.
That's the amulet of kings, sir.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy that he gave us
Give it
that.
away to some random guy.
Yeah.
But he did.
But he is the one from my dreams. They cannot understand why I trust you. You must bring the amulet to Joffrey.
Why?
Yo, why
Can
don't
you
we
do it
just
again?
bring
I
it
wasn't
to him?
looking. Yeah. Anytime.
The hour of my death is upon me.
What?
I am not long for this world.
Don't say stuff like that. What? Stop.
Stop.
Sir, let's keep moving.
Don't say that.
Yes.
Stop.
Let's go this way.
No, don't say that. Haha, you're so sexy, Emperor.
No matter what race you are. I hate them all.
I'm not racist. I hate everyone equally. But I hate Khajiits a little more.
This is why no one likes you, Valen. You target the race. It's not a good look.
Exactly.
He's going to think you're ignorant
You're a
forever.
weirdo.
I can go no further. You must take this. An attempt will be made on my life. You will not be able to stop my assassin. There won't even be a small window of time in which you could easily step up and defeat them.
Kill him.
No, this.
Literally dead.
No!
I have a child,
Oh.
a son.
Oh,
His father will be dead soon.
you saved him.
My journey ends here.
Very well.
You must go now.
Glad
Find
to see
Joffrey.
you're all right.
Find my son. And close shut the jaws.
He really doesn't
of
shut the
Oblivion.
fuck up. No matter what is happening around them. Wait, we don't get to see the Emperor die? Wait, Shadi, can the Emperor live? Can the Emperor live? Did I get the bad ending?
Yes, this too was in my dreams. Trees, rocks, and the water.
Oh my god, okay, he's gonna die in the video, right?
I
Right?
will assuredly be dead soon. A gruesome death.
Put some
I've seen
fucking
you.
shoes on!
You are the one from my dreams.
I bet you say
Wait,
that
she's
to
way
every
hotter?
girl.
I know she's like ugly, but considering how Oblivion characters look, why is she way hotter than every other Oblivion character with this alone?
I go now to my grave. A tongue shriller than all music calls to me.
Give him yours, Lucy? Okay, I'll try to give him my shoes. I just don't know if he's gonna actually take them.
Kings? This cannot be. Let me
Let's see if he puts some heels on.
By the Nine, that is the Amulet of Kings. Who are you? How did you get this? What do you know of the Emperor's death?
You.
I love how
I've seen
autistically
your
drawn
face.
everyone is.
You are the one from my dreams. It was one of those dreams where I was back in high school.
Why are you not dead yet?
Even though I was already done with high school, and I had to finish an assignment. Here. Take this amulet to Joffrey. He will know what to do.
But I am Joffrey.
Then it is in good hands. Find my heir, and close shut the jaws of Oblivion. Your face. I've seen it in my deepest slumber.
Oh my god, he's still wearing fucking no shoes!
Perhaps the gods put you here so that we may meet.
Putting my heels back on. This is a waste.
I'm going to die soon.
He will die soon. I hate these. I'm so bad at them.
That's impressive. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
Thank you. But you do realize you've been standing here for 30 minutes doing 2 things that annoy me and 2 things I find vaguely amusing.
Yeah.
It's a
Why do I
horrible
have to
way
do
have a
that? It's weird.
conversation.
It's really weird.
Why are you doing that?
The Amulet of Kings.
Hey! That's
You thief! You thief!
Stop right there, criminal scum! No one breaks the law on my watch.
God,
You know
this
the
got
rest.
me so good the first time. I took one little potato and suddenly I have a 1,200 gold bounty on my head. All because I resisted arrest 3 different times and stole a guy's horse. It wasn't even that big of a deal.
The game is in 4K and 60 FPS now. Listen, if you click the
We should
link in the
stream it.
description, you can get the game. It's a complete overhaul. It's totally worth it. I look much better in it.
This is only the beginning. The worst is yet to come.
I still look like a freak, but now with better hair and more pores. Come on, I'm being personable now. I'm not even being hateful. I'm trying to bond with you over this wonderful new release by Bethesda.
I liked him more when he was racist. He was funny. He made me laugh because he was being racist, but now he's not fun anymore because he's woke. Woke killed everything. It's fucking over. Wait, what is this? Lucy asks about worms. You guys just showing me a fucking clip from my own stream? Guys, how about, what if you reacted to Lucy while you were being Lucy, and then you made commentary on what Lucy said while you were being Lucy? Men, would you like to apologize to society, not because you're a man, not because of any weird misogyny or patriarchy shit, but could you What's she apologize cooking? to society for having aliens in your ball sack? Could you What? please apologize to society for carrying around little monster creatures in your balls and letting them swim in there and not expelling them every single day? The real reason Oh, you're that supposed was to my jerk off angle. every day and it's not healthy if you don't is because the fucking sperm will eat you from the inside out if you don't get rid of them every so often. It's like keeping the worm population down. You have worms! You have worms in your balls! And the crazy thing is, your body is the one making the worms! So fucked up. So, Chatty, have any of you managed to expel your worms today? Anyone here freshly dewormed thanks to my stream? I'm so glad I could perform a deworming for all of you that have the eyes to experience based content. Whoever that girl is, she seems really smart. She's onto something. Okay, Bal's plan for her next Lucy collab. Okay.
Alright, 40 laws of power. What is it? There's like a version for like love too.
The Laws of Power is like a book that I found out about when I was looking into self-help books, and apparently it's a book that teaches you how to be evil.
Where it's just like, it's like the same laws from power, but like applied to women. So you can like, well, I don't know if that's, I don't know if this is true. This is what like my friends told me. They're like, it's so you can manipulate women easier. I'm gonna read it. And then I'm gonna collab with Lucy.
So that's why she said she wanted to hang out the other day. God, I love when women gaslight and gatekeep me. It just, fuck, it gets me going. I hope she does. I hope she does. I hope she tries everything on me.
Don't tell her that. Don't.
You fucking idiots! Why would you send me this?
Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that. Don't. Stop! Stop! Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that. Don't tell her.
This is the part where I open my Discord and I tell you that Bao requested that I say something racist towards her, and then she said, I give you the pass because I'm 15% this thing, so you're allowed to do it and I'll forgive you for it. She literally wants to clip farm me being racist towards her so she can have a funny moment on Twitter or something, and then she can act like she's the innocent one who did not instigate and ask me to be racist for a fucking clip. This bitch.
Yeah, don't tell her that.
I'm a big fan of Bao. I think she's really funny, but she's playing with fire sometimes. Able Clips, thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate it. Blah, blah. Also, 13%. 13%, and she's trying to give me a pass? I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can, Bao.
Number 11. Your personality isn't 4 letters. Imagine taking an online quiz that reduces your entire personality to 4 random letters. Congrats. You're an INTJ or an...
This is so fucking stupid. This is so wrong. Every single online test that I've ever taken is valid. And I'll take another one right now. I'll do it right now. Okay. Not to be weird, but I have a feeling you can't identify all 15 of these green veggies. Holy shit, this fucking website has fallen off. This website is dead. This is so bad. What the hell? I have a feeling you can't identify all 15 of these green like, you are out of ideas. You are scraping the bottom of the barrel. You're not even scraping the bottom of the barrel. There's not even a barrel left. You fucking torn it apart. Can I guess your first initial based on cupcakes? Okay. Alright. What the fuck is this shit? Pick a cupcake flavor. Vanilla. Pick a cupcake frosting. Funfetti. Pick a cupcake topping. No, these are all shit. Pick another cupcake topping. These are all shit. Wait, no, sprinkles. Okay, that's good. H for hoe. H for horny. They had a 1 out of 26 chance. Hussy Pyre! Fuck! Hussy Pyre, I'm losing it. No! No! Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
ESFP. Sounds scientific? Not even close.
Not even close.
These personality tests are about as accurate as your horoscope. This entire system was created in the 1940s by a mother-daughter team with zero psychology training. They basically took some old ideas from Carl Jung and turned them into a personality quiz. This whole stage...
I don't think anyone actually believes that it's a fucking solid line that has to be followed for someone to go through the process of grief. I think what they mean is that these 5 things are common stages that people going through grief happen to go through. I don't know, are people genuinely thinking that you must go through every 5 stages?
Idea.
And then you just have to go like stare at a wall for like an hour?
It doesn't need to follow anyone else's roadmap. Grief isn't a checklist. It's more like fingerprints. Totally unique to each person.
I can't believe that many of us can relate to that.
Birth order baloney. This whole idea started with a guy named...
Okay, you can tell me that this is bullshit, but I think sometimes it makes sense. I don't know if it's birth order so much, but like, definitely you cannot look me in the eyes and tell me that older siblings do not usually get sacked with a parental role for the younger siblings. You can't tell me that. It happens so fucking often.
Daily horoscope.
True for every placement except the oldest child. I believe that a lot of oldest children, especially... No, I won't say especially because... Yeah. No, it happens regardless of the gender. It happens regardless of the gender. They get parentified. Crazy fucking shit happening, going on. The most terrifying prisons on Earth.
Let's start with the scary.
Chatty? If I go to prison, would you send me letters? Letters of love? To let me know that you're thinking of me? Would you send me the prison currency so I could buy potato chips?
And slowly work our way towards the ones that are basically hell on earth. Number 10, San Quentin State Prison. San Quentin State Prison is a maximum security facility in California and is one of the most notorious prisons in the world. Many well-known inmates have been incarcerated here, from Charles Manson to serial killers like the Night Stalker and the Freeway Killer, as well as numerous gang leaders. Now, what really makes this prison so terrifying is that anyone who comes in is heavily pressured to join a gang. Now, you don't really have the choice to choose which one. You just simply take a look at your skin and sort yourself accordingly.
Oh, it's one of those. Oh, it's one of those gangs. Oh, okay.
And if you're caught at the wrong place at the wrong time, well, you better hope to be an
Red
ethnically
eyes
ambiguous
only?
person, giving you enough time to get into your fighting stance before getting shanked. The reason why this infamous prison sits at the very top of the list is simply because it has changed so much in recent years. Today, inmates can be found gardening, playing kickball, performing concerts, and taking yoga and art classes. There are also many educational programs to help inmates secure jobs once they're released, like plumbing courses, culinary programs, and coding classes, ensuring that they will be better off than most Americans. Number 9, San Pedro Prison. San Pedro Prison, located in La Paz, Bolivia.
Oh my god, that doesn't look very
unique.
Yeah, okay, so we're running the prison on an honor system. Just don't walk out. Like, that's illegal. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't leave. Don't leave. You gotta serve your sentence.
And overcrowded prisons in the world. It was designed to house 600 inmates, but it currently holds around 3,000.
Well, no
This doesn't
shit,
take into
then.
account the countless women and children who live within its walls, as many inmates choose to bring their families with them. Now, what makes this prison so
That's
unique
fucked.
is the fact that there are no guards or government officials inside. It's entirely governed by the inmates themselves. And honestly, it looks more like a neighborhood than an actual prison.
What
Just
the
surrounded
hell?
by a large
That's a
wall.
community,
Police
bro. That's a
never
cult.
enter and only guard the perimeter, deciding
What?
who can come in and out. The Bolivian police
You know that there are, like, things that violate the Geneva Conventions going on in that place then.
could actually care less about anything that happens inside the prison walls. They claim that it's a new and progressive way of running a prison.
What the
but
fuck? Hi, so this is the first woke prison. We as prisoners only guard the perimeter, and we allow the prisoners to practice self-governance by letting them run all of the affairs that go on in the prison.
obvious that they simply don't want to work. Now, interestingly enough, the boss of the prison is elected by the inmates. The boss
No
then
way!
chooses the soldiers who will enforce the rules. The enforcers are
God.
easily spotted by their
It's actually a
uniforms,
cult.
wearing all black Adidas tracksuits, which I must admit is genius. Not only do the uniforms make them look professional, but they're also very practical, since you never
Right.
know when a game of soccer could break out. But let's talk about what makes this prison so scary. The main problem here is the abundance of drugs, which are conveniently made in manufacturing labs inside the prison. It's estimated that as much as 60% of inmates
he's
are
tripping.
addicted to at least one. Coca leaves
Oh, Freya! Thank you guys so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Hello, welcome in. Hi. Hope you guys had a good stream.
soaked in chemicals, and cocaine are two of the most popular drugs abused, which can eventually lead to insanity. Not for the addict, but for anyone who has to suffer by listening to them. The two most common ways people die within the prison are either from drug overdoses or murder. Number 8, Bang Quang
Duh.
Central Prison. Bang
What the hell is
Quang
that?
Central Prison is a maximum security prison located
Maximum security, and we lay all of the prisoners down in a line next to each other.
in
With their
Thailand.
titties
The
out.
prison houses inmates who are serving long sentences, typically 30 years or longer, life in prison, and those who are awaiting execution, since this is the only prison in the country that administers lethal injection. The majority of inmates are currently serving time for drug-related crimes. This includes many foreigners who have the genius
What the hell kind of body build is this, Chatty? What the fuck is that?
idea of attempting to smuggle drugs out of the
Dark and
country,
Jay, thank you for the gift
only
sub
to
to
be
Freya.
caught in a place known for having some of the harshest
they're
penalties in the
smuggling.
world for drug possession. In Thailand, drug smuggling can easily get you life
fucking
in prison
terrifying
or
kid.
even the death penalty. But let's talk about the prison and what makes it so scary. On arrival, new prisoners must get their legs chained and welded together. And if you don't have the bribe money for the blacksmith, the chains will be welded tighter than necessary, causing extreme discomfort, wounds, and infections. The chains must remain on for the first 3 months. After this period, the chains are removed by sawing off the inmate's legs.
What?
Just kidding.
You're joking,
The
you're
chains are
joking.
easily removed.
I was about to lose my mind. Oh, you almost got me there. You almost got me there, Shadi, you almost got me there.
Another reason why this prison is so awful is the food. Here, inmates receive
I don't
one
think
meal
any
per
prison
day,
is known
a
for good
bowl of
food.
plain white rice. But if they're lucky enough, they might get a bowl of fish head soup, which isn't
Ew.
sufficient enough to meet nutritional needs. So inmates resort to capturing rats and eating them. Rat meat is so valuable that it serves as a form of currency in the prison. For example, a bowl of rat soup can be traded for cigarettes, snacks, Pokemon cards, or an entirely different meal. Guards
Dude, gambling addiction with these fucking Pokemon cards are indeed so high that they're trading for it in the prison, unless that's another joke.
excessively beating inmates and drug abuse is also very common inside the prison. Number 7, CCOT. CCOT in El Salvador is the largest prison in the Americas, currently housing around 15,000 inmates, but capable of holding up to 40,000. It houses two of El Salvador's most dangerous and illegal gangs, MS-13 and Barrio 18,
MS-13?
which were easily captured, since their affiliations were conveniently written on their faces. In the free world, the two gangs are engaged in a deadly war, killing each other without hesitation. But here, inside the prison, they're forced to live together and are expected not to cause a single problem. If they do, they are taken to solitary confinement,
Sounds
a
like
dark
any
isolation
prison.
cell entirely made of concrete, where they will be left for a minimum of 15 days, but possibly much longer. So what makes this prison so scary, you might ask? Well, for starters, most of the prisoners will never be released. They're also not allowed visitors and will likely never
Chatty, what if you were a prisoner who had to serve like a 1-year sentence, but you were surrounded by nobody but people who had like life sentences? Would you be scared? Oh, I heard of CCOT. They have lights on 24/7 so they can't tell what time of day it is. That sounds like psychological torture.
step foot outside of the building again. However, they do get 30 minutes of exercise per day. But even that takes place inside the building, only a few steps away from their cell.
generous.
But the most controversial and terrifying aspect of it all is that a small percentage of the prisoners are completely innocent and were never part of a gang to begin with.
Oh my god, this sounds so
They
familiar.
were arrested by the police or military to
Was that
meet
Piccolo?
their daily
Well, Piccolo should have
quotas.
stayed out of
This
the
has
fucking
captured the
MS-13.
attention of many large publications from around the world. But to this day, the issue remains unresolved. Number 6, Rikers Island.
Oh, I've
Rikers
heard of this
Island is the
place.
most violent and dangerous jail in the US. In 2022,
Oh my
there
God,
were
it's actually just on an island.
491 incidents
Wow.
of inmate-on-inmate stabbings and
491?
slashings. The jail is
Jesus
also
Christ.
ridiculously overcrowded and unsanitary, with
Ew.
inmates describing the living conditions as pure hell. But I'm just not buying it, since 42% of inmates quickly return to crime after their release, eager to get back to Rikers for an extended stay. Now,
Guys, we gotta tell them that Rikers Island prison fucking sucks, so that nobody wants to come here. We gotta gatekeep this fucking place.
the reason why Rikers is so dangerous is simply because of its lawlessness. The prison often leaves entire units unsupervised. This is because on any given day, a third of the correctional officers either call out or don't show up at all, leaving inmates to run the
Because they're jealous. They're like seeing how good they have it at Rikers Island, and they're like, God, and I'm getting paid only like $12 an hour, and then these people are living it up in mansions here on Rikers Island.
units however they see fit. They have actually been caught admitting to running
hell is
gambling
that?
rings and fight clubs, which really goes to show why they ended up in jail in the first place, since they can't even follow the first rule of their own club. But not only is this jail the most dangerous for inmates,
This actually is the prison that Mario would go to because it's New York and he's Italian.
it is also the
Is Mario part of the mafia?
most dangerous for correctional officers. In 2022, there were over 1,500 cases of assaults on officers and
Hydration.
workers. That's an average of at least 4 per day, making this place pure hell for anyone who even steps into the building. Number 5, Black Dolphin Prison.
What the
Black
fuck?
Dolphin Prison is one of the most terrifying prisons in
Russia?
the world, only housing inmates that are serving life
Russia.
sentences. It is located at the edge of Siberia, Russia, near the border of Kazakhstan.
Dude, I love this video. It's teaching me how to threaten different types of chatty whenever they start pissing me off. Yeah. I'm gonna send you to the Black Dolphin.
Now, at first glance, you might confuse this prison with SeaWorld, seeing that there are multiple statues of dolphins outside the building. But that is a prison in the US. Here, inmates arrive blindfolded, and once inside the prison, they are quickly bent over. Chill, don't get
Hot.
too excited.
Oh.
They are then walked to their new cells. This is done to disorient
Aw.
the inmate, preventing them from memorizing the layout of the prison. So in the unlikely
Aw.
event that the inmate escapes from his cell, they will get lost in the labyrinth, encountering many puzzles and riddles. Each cell has 3 metal gates and is under 24/7 video surveillance. Once inside, inmates are required to stand all day long, approximately 16 hours per day. They cannot sit or lay down until it's time for bed. They do, however, get 90 minutes of outdoor activities, which of course just means that they are brought outside and placed inside of a slightly larger cage.
What?
The prison houses 700 of Russia's deadliest and most psychopathic criminals who have a combined murder count of around 3,500 people, or an average of 5 murders per inmate. Number 4, ADX Florence. Easily the most terrifying prison in the US is ADX Florence, a maximum security prison located in Colorado's Rocky Mountains.
Colorado,
this Supermax prison only houses the most dangerous criminals in the world, such as the Unabomber, the Shoe Bomber, the disgusting Underwear Bomber, and of course, the drug kingpin El Chapo. Just to name a few. Here, these inmates are kept locked in their cells in isolation for 23 hours a day. They're only allowed 1 hour of exercise per day inside of another steel cage. This, as you can imagine, can have a mental toll on prisoners, completely breaking them and leaving them with permanent psychological issues.
Shorn, wait, what the fuck? I live in Colorado and had no idea. The guy who made this video is about to get assassinated because he's giving away secrets he's not supposed to know.
Since the prison opened in 1995, there has never been an escape or even an attempt, as it is basically impossible. You see, the cells are entirely made of concrete, equipped with motion detectors and 24/7 video surveillance,
as they should
all
be,
behind a steel door. Outside of the cells are 1,400 remotely controlled doors, pressure pads, and laser beams that detect any unauthorized movement. Outside, you will find tall perimeter fences topped with multiple rows of razor wire and more motion detectors. Then, of course, there are the countless sniper towers that watch over the entire compound, eagerly awaiting for their chance at target practice. Then finally, there are multiple entry and exit points that are heavily guarded. In short, there is no way out, and inmates know it, which only adds to the feeling of dread and hopelessness, making this not only a physical prison, but also a mental one. Number 3, Diyarbakir Prison. Diyarbakir Prison is
Diyarbakir Prison? Diyarbakir is like a great, funny little word to say. Diyarbakir. Diyarbakir.
Turkey has to be one of the most sick and twisted prisons on earth. The prison has a long history of torture and psychological abuse.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody with an accent saying Diyarbakir.
As early as the 1980s, there were thousands of reports of torture and over 100 deaths attributed to it. But I'll just cover some of the most common methods that were used, or else we'd be here all day. Prisoners endured severe beatings, were stripped naked, blindfolded and hosed with high-pressure water. They were placed in isolation cells for days, starved, hung by their arms, and forced to stand for long periods. They also received electric shocks,
wait, it was like a BDSM
and the extraction
prison?
of healthy teeth and nails, as well as having their limbs crushed.
I can't do teeth gore.
But perhaps one of the strangest torture methods involved the captain's dog, which was trained to bite the genitals of naked prisoners. Then there was the psychological torture, like the one they called the disco.
You know how fucked up and weird you gotta be to teach your dog to like chomp on a dick? Like to just be like, hey, how do you train someone to do that? Do you put a fucking hot dog between your legs? Like, oh my god, what?
New prisoner was thrown into the prison sewers and would be left there for several hours. Now, thankfully, today most of these torture methods are no longer in use, but some remain. They've just gotten better at covering them up. Reports continue to emerge of prisoners being tortured, beaten, and forced to live in inhumane conditions inside cells that are infested with cockroaches and disease. Number 2, Antananarivo Prison. While some prisons are notorious for their violence or psychological torment, Antananarivo Prison in Madagascar is terrifying for its overcrowding and disgusting living conditions. The prison was built to house around 800 inmates, but today it holds around 4,000. As you can imagine, disease...
Guys, I'm getting a weird vibe. The weird vibe is as follows. Are prisons overcrowded by any chance?
Diseases and bacteria run rampant here, with visitors stating that you will smell the place before you ever see it. Now, when I say that the place is overcrowded, I'm not just talking about the inmates. The prison is completely infested with cockroaches, rats, lice, and fleas, with the majority
I can't do lice. Lice scare me.
40 of prisoners completely covered in bites from head to toe. Once 5
Hell.
p.m. strikes,
Pure hell.
prisoners
Pure hell.
must enter their cells for the night, which are just small rooms with a connecting toilet shared by all
Not
the
the
inmates.
full toilet.
The door is
Full of
locked
shit.
from the outside, and the room's temperature can quickly surpass 100 degrees. The majority of inmates sleep on the floor.
Okay, I know this is supposed to look like shit, but why does it look like they just put dirt and like they're growing plants in here?
Tightly packed like sardines.
How do they decide which one deserves to sleep, like on the beds, and then which ones are stuck on the ground?
Inmates sleep on the floor, tightly packed like sardines. They are.
Wait, no, you may think it's like, oh, the guys who have like wait. No, never mind. I can't make that joke.
Actually so close together that no one can turn around. But every so often, someone will clap a few times and the entire row of inmates will turn simultaneously to sleep on the opposite side. But hold on. Just as you think it couldn't get any worse, it somehow does. Any prisoner who causes trouble is quickly thrown into one of the isolation chambers called the
They always do that. They always do
floor is
that.
completely covered in human feces, urine, rat carcasses, and trash, living up to its name. And thanks to the large rat problem in the prison, outbreaks of the Black Plague are common and have killed many prisoners throughout the years. Number 1, Camp 14. Prison, also known as Camp 14, is located in North Korea and is absolutely terrifying.
This?
In every prison in the world, criminals usually end up there.
Camp 14? Yeah, Camp Final Fantasy 14, bro. You wanna know what the real worst prison is? Having a Final Fantasy 14 subscription in 2025. Unsub now and buy my cup instead.
Because they committed a crime. But Camp 14 is very different. Here, there are 40,000 prisoners condemned to a lifetime of hard labor.
Christ.
And the sad part is that many of them are women and children, including children as young as toddlers, who never broke the law. Their only mistake was that they were related to a person who committed a political crime. This can be anything from criticizing the regime, attempting to escape from the country, practicing a prohibited religion, or even showing any behavior that is...
Guys, the subs are in the way. I can't tell what's happening underneath that.
disloyal to the regime. Conditions in the camp are atrocious. Starving prisoners resort to eating raw frogs, mice, rats, snakes, worms, squirrels, and
God of
even
Thunder,
grass.
welcome high.
But if the prisoner is caught eating any other food than the food that they are given, they can be shot on the spot. Starvation is one of the most common ways people die in the camps, which is one of the worst ways to go out. First, their teeth begin to loosen and shake
Bro, are you gonna explain starvation to us?
before eventually falling out. The person's
This is such a fucking dark subject matter, but like this fucking my teeth. It just looks like a little baby. It just
the
looks like
person's
a little
bone structure
baby.
deteriorates, and their entire body swells
It does look
with
like the
water,
Omega Lol
a condition known as edema. Ultimately, the person inevitably dies. Dying from diseases is also very common. Prisoners can contract
You
pellagra,
don't say.
tuberculosis, hepatitis,
Remember this at your
gastric
dentist appointment?
disorders,
Fuck you,
and
asshole.
even develop frostbite from the freezing temperatures. And for prisoners that can no longer take it anymore and end up taking their lives, even that will carry a punishment. If that person had any relatives working at the camp, they will be punished for
bro.
what they did. So let's cover some of the most common punishments that are used in the camp. Brutal beatings, stress positions, and isolation cells are all used. But if the officers are not in the mood, firing squad execution
If the officers just aren't in the mood.
can come without warning. Now, the crazy part is that Camp 14 is just one of many political
What fucking camp is this? I want to make sure I don't send my kids there. Imagine you want to send your kids to summer camp, and this is what ends up fucking happening. You're like, Camp 14? Yeah, I love Final Fantasy 14. That's my favorite game. What, they're gonna, like, the people dress up like the characters or something?
prison camps
Have
in
fun,
North
Jimmy.
Korea. And it's estimated that there are around 200,000 prisoners living and working in these camps right
That's so
now.
many people to be in one fucking prison. That's crazy. What a fucking video. Maybe this one will be nicer. Oh wait, Dante's Inferno playing. Okay, this is the same guy from before. Oh, well, we can watch this one first. Alabama Mean Girls Do Not Kiss Your Sister. Wait, I remember this.
Do you want to go start ranking our friends?
Okay, ranking our friends. You make us sound like we're mean girls, like Regina George and shit.
I know, but it's kind of fun though. Slay.
Oh Slay.
That girl is an absolute disaster, and I really
She's
think
a little too good at it,
cheating on
isn't she?
her.
Oh my god, I agree. I've been thinking this about Becky for a really long time. I just can't believe nobody else can see what a deceptive whore she is.
Oh my god, I heard that she kissed her sister.
Oh my god, that's actually kind of based.
What?
Maybe Becky is cool.
Are you kidding me right now?
Why would I be kidding you, dude? We're in Alabama.
Oh, wait, what? No, you're not. Wait, huh?
Why did she bring up sister kissing if she wasn't into it? Also, why do I look so sinister where I pause? Like, I look like I know exactly what I'm doing. She's the one who brought up sisters.
You stay away from me.
Why would you bring up kissing sisters if that's not where you wanted this to go?
That's not what I did. I just.
I'm right.
I don't know, I just made
I'm
it
right,
up.
though.
Freaking whatever, bro.
I'm right though. I'm literally right though. An accurate representation of us. See the couple over there? You're the puppy extra. No, because that would make me an animal abuser. He can't be the puppy. He has to be a nothing. I'm sorry. Getting in my ex-girlfriend's back door.
This is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and on this channel I've demonstrated how to penetrate some of the most secure equipment out there, usually using some very simple tools. But it's almost always done right here on my desk. It's a controlled environment that might not be equivalent to field conditions. So today I'm taking you on the road with me. You see, I just got a call from my ex-girlfriend who's having a problem. Her new boyfriend
Why would you
is
answer the
apparently
phone?
having trouble getting in her back door. It's really tight, and she told him to stop trying because all he was doing was pushing really hard, and she was afraid something would break. But she remembered that when we were dating, I used to go in through her back door all the time. This is a picture of her back door. She just sent it to me, and I don't see any reason why this should be a problem. Frankly, it looks looser than it was back when we were dating. So, while her boyfriend's at work, she asked me to come over and see if I could help loosen things up. I, of course, agreed, so long as I could get it on video and share it on this channel.
Oh my God.
Let's drive over and see if we can get in our back door without breaking anything. Okay, folks, here we are, and I have to say that my ex-girlfriend's back door is far dirtier than it ever used to be back when we were dating. It seems to have been neglected pretty badly, but I'm actually glad to find it this way. So you can see why I always keep baby wipes handy whenever I do anything like this. So let's get one out and wipe all of this brown residue away.
This is so fucking foul. Oh god! Oh god, it actually looks like shit
this
color!
is pretty dirty. It might be a two-wipe job.
A two-wipe job! Oh! Alright, Shimei, no, that's crazy! No, that's actually crazy! Oh, that's messed up!
Okay, now that we have the outside just a little bit cleaner, it's time to flush out the inside as well. And because we need to lubricate this anyway, I'm going to
Balatro
flush
prepared
out
me
the
for this.
main
We're about to get a
opening
royal
with
flush.
A good bit of lube. We just need to be sure to keep a towel underneath that opening so we don't make a mess.
Oh god. Oh, he's bloobing
Here
it up.
makes
Oh.
a lot of sense to be generous with that lubricant. Back doors tend to be neglected, so you can't have too much. Okay, we are almost ready, but before I go any further, I need to put on some rubber for my own protection.
Yeah, always bring protection before you go in the back door. Too much lube is bad? That is the opposite of what he said, County!
Now, depending on various factors, I should note that the opening could be in an awkward position. And all I have to say about that is deal with it. It's not uncommon, especially when you're going in through the back door. Now, I can't just shove in my tool. I need to be very gentle and wiggle things into position if I'm going to stand any chance of getting in.
Oh. Oh my god, he's getting in, he's getting in, he's getting in.
I think we're there. All it needs now is a firm shove.
All the way, all the way.
And we
oh my god.
are in. Now you need to understand that just because I got in her back door doesn't mean that her boyfriend will be able to as well. So I need to spend some time working it in and loosening it up. But I'm gonna do that off camera, so that's all I have for you today. If you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe.
Why is this NTR content? He's literally like, I got her ready for you, bro. And he's even the X with like the bigger dick. That's crazy. That's crazy. Actual NTR content is insane. In the 2025, analyzing Despicable Flirting like games of chess.
Grandmasters and Grandmistresses to the highest ELO chess matches. We're gonna have some high ELO games today. Well, not really. White opens with 4, 8, D, 2, F, E,
what the fuck
U,
is that?
P, C, Q, J, H, followed by save that, which looks like a blunder at first glance.
I would say that it's like numbers to a dojin, but I don't think it has letters in it.
What kind of opener is this? Random letters and numbers? Is White having a stroke? This seems like the kind of move that gets you checkmated in the first 4 moves. Black responds with a simple Y, which is a book move, nothing special. Then White delivers with saves you from asking for the Wi-Fi password when you come around. Brilliant move. That opening was actually setting up for this massive move.
It's an 8 for me. This is an 8 for me, actually, because, Chatty, if I were to come over to where you are, then I would definitely want the Wi-Fi password because I'm going to want to be on the internet at some capacity. So this is super good.
Absolute cinema. Black responds with, wow.
Yeah, cinema.
That was smooth as
Hydration?
fuck. This is the equivalent of getting checkmated in 4 moves. Didn't even see it coming. A blunder. On to the next match. White comes in hot with, let's get straight to it. Would you like a normal hello or a horrific pickup line? This is actually a solid opener, giving Black some options instead of just another boring, hey. This is a best move. Black responds with, normal hello, it's not my thing. A horrific pickup line, please.
Oh,
and
okay.
even adds that girl emoji, which means she's probably into weird shit. Also, a best move. And what does White do? Wanna play Barbies? I'll be Ken, and you could be the box that I come in.
I think she was expecting a horrific one, like, without sex pesting. For me, it's a 10, duh, but I think this is gonna be a blunder against the majority of chess grandmasters. Like, these kind of Stacys who look like that, that's definitely it would work on me because I'm inexperienced with chess, but this is a huge blunder to do against a grandmaster.
What the actual fuck? Another D1 gooner in this video. How do you even type these words without being ashamed? Absolute disaster. Blunder. Black's response is just awkward. Okay, that was way worse than I thought it would be. Ha 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 ha. Congrats. I'm giving this a book move. I'm surprised.
You can tell that it took a lot out of her to not just not reply.
She hasn't blocked the gooner and is still trying to talk. White closes with, thank you. I'm well versed in turning women off, which is at least self-aware. At least White knows they're terrible at this. I respect the honesty. Good move. Next. White comes in at midnight with,
ended in a draw.
D from your name, it becomes May. This is actually a pretty decent name based.
Let me guess, this is gonna be like, may I fuck you?
I'm giving it a book move. Black hits back with, wow, would you look at that? Which is the most obvious case of someone being unimpressed that I've ever seen. Another book move. White waits nearly 9 hours before hitting Black with, so the question is, do you want the D?
I mean, it's kind of smooth. It's smooth in the sense of like, wow, that's a funny pun. But in terms of actually picking her up, this is definitely a blunder in my opinion.
Which is exactly where we all knew this was going. Pretty common move, another book move, I do want the D. Black responds with, that is the most clever thing I've ever heard, which either means
wait,
A, Black has the lowest elo imaginable, B, Black's being sarcastic as fuck, or C, Black is actually into the gooner.
Bro, she doesn't even know that she's playing against a computer.
I'm giving this a good move. It's still kind of decent. Either way, White seizes the opportunity with, how clever was it on a scale of 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0,
oh my god, wait, he's the Riffler! He's actually the Riffler!
Which is actually pretty smooth as far as asking this numbers goes. I hate to admit it, but this is actually a brilliant move. Black closes this match up by giving her number to this gooner. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I guess this is a best move. Next match.
I think they're made for each other. It's a match made in heaven. That or this is completely
White
fake.
kicks things off with trying to just have a little fun, which is the most painfully obvious. I'm looking for hookups opening move in the opening books. I'm giving this a book move, still an opening nonetheless. White follows up with, you're gorgeous, smiley face emoji, which is a good move.
What the fuck is this profile pic? Is this how men do profile pics? I think this is only how gay men do profile pics. Because anytime I see a screenshot from Grindr, the face is cut out and it's just like either their dick or it's like their chest.
And black compliment. Black applies with, honestly here for entertainment, and thank you, sparkling heart emoji. I'm giving this a good move.
He's a
little
beginner,
basic,
he's a
but not too
beginner.
bad. Then we have a time jump to midnight, and White comes in with 9 inches could entertain you.
Definitely gay.
Jesus fucking Christ. This is what we call gooner hours. Never play a match at midnight or you will encounter these types of creatures. These are the trolls under the bridge. This is
Chatty, 9 inches? Do you think this Tyler guy, based on this picture?
It's a classic gooner.
9 inches?
Are you a gooner? If you aren't, then subscribe. If you are, subscribe. Just please subscribe.
Okay.
It'll make your elo increase 5+1.
Guys,
But
please
Black
follow
responds
me.
with, oh no, you're only 9 inches
If you're not a gooner right now, I will manage to. Oh my god, he checkmated him!
tall, which is brilliant. Absolute masterclass in shutting
Oh
down.
my god, I can't believe.
But
Holy
White
shit.
doubles down.
This is slaughter. This is slaughter. This is like watching somebody with like who just started playing chess like go up against Chase fucking Magnus.
7:24 a.m. Why is this man horny at 7 a.m.? With, I wonder if you'd be so cute with that 9 inches in your mouth, which
Wait, is it Chase or Charles? I don't even think he's paying attention to what she's saying at all. I think he's just trying to get his dick wet.
is just sad at this point.
Magnus Carlsen? I don't. Okay, does it make it obvious that I don't pay attention to chess that
Another
often?
blunder. Someone banned this guy from text matches.
Fuck off! Stop making fun of me! I'm so embarrassed. I'm ending
Black
stream.
closes with, sorry, I'm not into cannibalism, slightly smiling face emoji, which is another fantastic, brilliant move. Gooner down.
DTK,
White starts
welcome.
with, "You're
Hi.
fucking beautiful," which is a bold opening move. Sometimes being direct works. It's definitely better than hey, but maybe a bit too aggressive for some people. I'll give this a good move. Black responds with, IDK if I'm fucking beautiful, but hopefully I'll be fucking Audrey.
Wait. Is this Riz?
Holy shit.
It's kind of strong, but it's strong. But if that's what they're about, then it's actually Riz.
This is the most aggressive counter I've ever seen. Absolute masterclass. Brilliant, brilliant move. White responds with, oh shit, because what else can you say at this point?
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
even know
You
what to say
got
at this point,
checkmated.
But I will continue for your sake. A good move. Black follows up with IDEK any beautifuls, which is a clever way of keeping the wordplay going. An excellent move. White responds with, I do though, it's you, which is actually a pretty smooth comeback. White is getting back
Very
into the game
cute,
after
very
being initially
cute.
outclassed. I'll give this a great move. Black hits White with, in that case, I'm fucking beautiful right now. Somebody check his PC. Black won't stop hitting White with,
In that case, I'm fucking beautiful right now. You're fucking yourself?
brilliant moves. He's probably smurfing. Clearly not the same.
No,
move.
he's stupid.
Next,
He's
White opens
stupid.
with, fuck
He
me
just
if
said
I'm
he's
wrong, but
jerking
dinosaurs still
off.
exist, right? Horrible opening. Overused and low elo. It's fossil tier. Blunder. Black replies with an aggressive move. Horrible. Terrible. Awful start, which I agree with. I absolutely love.
Oh my god, dude, she's toxic. You fuck up a move in chess and she's mad as hell. She will not let you forget
the
it.
fossil opening strategy. I'm giving this a good move. White tries to recover with, shit, can I try again? Honestly, good move. Trying to make better moves will always be a good move to me. Hopefully he doesn't fumble this chance, right? Right. Black responds with, sure, I would say it can't get much
Sure.
worse, but honestly I'm not sure. Giving this a book move. I'm not sure what else he can reply to White. White retries with, fuck me if I'm wrong, but dragons are real, right? Absolute blunder. He made the same move.
Guys, what does it mean if I don't know what comes next in the pickup line? Oh, I get it. Fuck me if I'm wrong, but dinosaurs still exist, right? Okay, so he's like, okay, so it's like, have sex with me. It says something blatantly incorrect. Okay, I get it now.
What a moron. Was given a
I
freak
get
out
it
and
now.
shoots it right at the crowd. Next.
I'm
Now,
not the
White opens
smartest.
With, weird question, but are you a redneck? Kind of a weird opening. The redneck
I
gambit,
am.
a bit risky. I'm giving
The
you
redneck
Black
gambit?
responds with, I am not. Book move. White replies with, oh, I assume since your last name was Jordan, you were a little country.
That was so bad it made me want to stop stream again.
Brilliant move. I'm sorry, White. I was not familiar with your game. A bit cheesy, but a really smart move. Black replies with,
No, no,
"Why?"
no, I
Question mark,
disagree.
question mark. This is a mistake. She did not catch the play immediately. Rookie mistakes, but forgivable given the hour. 3:47. A good move. White clarifies, you say you like puns, and Jordan is an actual country. crying face emoji. I'll give this an
Oh, she's into puns. Oh my god, she's a fake pun enjoyer.
Having to explain your moves to someone is just not a good move to me. The matchmaking did not put you in the same elo range. Black replies with, oh my god, that's brilliant. I was too sleepy to get it, but that is nuanced. Best
Oh
move.
wait, now
She
they're
actually
in
understood the
love.
move and
Now
even
they're in
appreciated it. I'm
love.
changing
Oh
my
my god,
previous
it
inaccuracy
worked.
to an excellent move.
Good
Made it
ending,
in
good
5
ending, good
moves.
ending.
Next. White opens the game with, so when a guy breaks up with you, do you tell him, too bad you'll never find someone like me again? This is an excellent move. White sets up a clever play on Black's name, Megan.
Is it excellent or has she heard it
It's
a
a brilliant
lot?
opener. Black hits back with, that's the best use of my name I've ever heard. Ever.
Okay, I guess she
Why the heck
hasn't. It
did
is
not come
a
up with
good
that?
move.
I'm giving this a good move. Black is in shock after being outclassed. White goes for the kill shot. IDK. I guess that's why you're going to want to keep me around. Because you're never going to find someone like me again. White hits Black with the back-to-back combo.
You just
It might have
reused
been
the
too much
same
since
move.
Black hasn't made a move yet, but I'm giving this a brilliant. On to the next match. White opens with, what's the craziest thing you've ever seen at the ER? Really solid move. Not too boring and not too edgy. Just a good start. I'm giving it a good move. Black responds with, last week I had a guy with an entire hot dog stuck in his throat. Like and subscribe if you don't want a hot dog stuck in your throat. Thank you.
An entire hot dog? What was he doing with it?
I'm also giving this a good move. It's a bit strange, but really interesting. Everyone will.
Did you know that hot dogs are basically the perfect size to clog your airway and like choke and kill you? Real.
Respond to this. Yes, everyone. You and me. Anyway. White wastes no time. You ever wonder what that would feel like? Absolute shit. He saw the easiest opportunity of his life and he took it. Brilliant. Black replies, my god. Black is in shock after seeing this genius gooner move. A gooner good move. White opens strong. Handsome, check. Cute dog, check. Sporty, check. Now all you need to be perfect is
no. No.
P.S. I'm 5'4" if that works for you.
I'm 5'4" if that works for you. Wait. Why would you introduce with your height? Jenny, welcome.
Goal
Hi.
opening could really make or break this match. I'm giving this an excellent move. Black responds with a photo. A raw turkey beef.
Is that like I want to fist you? I want to fist you, Short King?
Being fisted.
Is that it?
No caption.
Blitzpark, thank you for the tier 3 and 34
No
months. Holy shit,
context.
3 years? Let's
Blunder. He
go!
will serve the easiest win of his
Dinosaurs
life
still
and
exist. Because you're
He
here,
really did.
Lucy. Because you know. You're such a clever girl. Lucy
Oh
P.
my
noted.
god, I am a clever girl. I am just like a dinosaur. I'm a clever girl. Yeah, how do you fucking fumble this?
decided to be an unhinged freak. I don't know anymore. I'm retiring. In fact, White, regretting getting into a match with Black, replies with, this is what I get for making the first move. Good move. I don't blame White for blaming themselves. This is why I don't message women and why I'm still single.
Yeah, they started a match with somebody with a way lower
It's
ELO,
totally
and they
this
just
reason,
didn't know.
Not because I don't know how to talk to girls and I'm scared of them. Anyway, next match. White opens with a simple, hey. Classic opener, nothing flashy,
Hey.
just the most common book move. Black responds with, hey as well. Mirrored opening,
Hey.
another book move.
This is awful.
White replies with, what's up? Oh god.
This is
another
awful.
snooze fest,
No,
a
no,
book
no,
move.
no, no, no.
Black replies with, the sky, a book move. Jesus Christ, someone shoot me in the fucking head. White hits Black
Oh my
with, what's
God.
down? Oh god, a dad joke setup, still a book move. Black hits back with, the sky. He actually blundered the most boring and
Oh my
basic match
God.
in the world. Just logged
No
out at
way.
this point.
No.
White asks again, no, what's down? Another book move. Black stumbles, the ground. His brain must have melted from this boring-ass conversation. White responds with, you are such an idiot. Should I even continue this match? This is like the 100 elo matches.
So
A decent move, I guess.
mean.
Good move for spice.
This is like watching two low ELOs be toxic at each other.
Blunder. Why did you let yourself get rage baited like this? Just quit the match. White replies, what? Forced move. Black snaps.
What?
Ugh, I'm done. A good move.
This is
Finally,
awful.
shit
This is
about
the
to
worst
end.
thing I've ever
White hits
seen.
with, I'm
What?
done. Another
This is
book move. Just
awful.
typing shit to keep the match going. Black closes with, leave me alone. This is one of the worst matches I've analyzed in my life. This is a stalemate. If you want to get your elo rocked, and it better not be as boring as that one, fill out the form in the description and you'll be in a...
That's so fucking bad. That's terrible. Yeah, are they even playing chess? I don't even know if they know what they're doing. The worst communities on Reddit. There's a Reddit where people like, okay, so basically it's a Reddit for a content creator, and a lot of them, they submit things that are really hard to understand, and they put like videos there, and then sometimes the creator will like watch them, or sometimes they'll like submit memes, and then the creator will watch them. But apparently those people are like a cult, and they really love the creator. I can't remember what the name was. It might have been like Husi Kyer or some shit like that. But yeah, maybe you should check it out. It's like really... It's like dark web level shit.
Reddit calls itself the front page of the internet, but scroll deep enough and you'll find horrible communities that feel more like the dark web. Today we'll look at some of the worst groups Reddit has ever seen. So my goal this year is to give you guys double the amount of videos without sacrificing quality. To do that, we got to keep growing. So 68% of you guys aren't subscribed.
That's a pyramid scheme. If they say they have to keep growing, it's a pyramid scheme.
And it would mean the world to me if you did, and I promise to give you more fire content. I'm Visual Venture. You are awesome. r/shoplifting. Most people feel guilty when they steal, but this subreddit turns stealing into something to be proud of.
I don't feel guilty when I download something on the internet. I would download a car if it was a car in a video game.
Subreddit was called Shoplifting. It was like a boot camp for thieves. There were posts showing what to wear so security
How is this
wouldn't
allowed
notice
on the
you stealing.
platform?
Another post explained how to remove security tags. And one listed the stores that were easiest to shoplift from. They weren't just teaching you how to steal, they were encouraging.
Well, what's the easiest store to shoplift from? You never know when I'll fall off and times will get hard and I'll have to fucking go to reddit.com/fucking shoplifting.
But soon things started getting messy.
Sonata
Since anyone
VT,
could
thank
join,
you
a
so
few
much for the
people
raid.
showed up
Welcome
just to
invaders.
post warnings.
Hello.
They tried to talk sense into the group, explaining how shoplifting was wrong. But the others didn't want to hear it. They wanted to feel good about breaking the law. So the subreddit cracked down hard. They made strict rules. The first rule was called moralizing. Here's how they explained it. Stealing is bad. We get it. Nothing else needs to be said about it, and we're all right with the morality of our actions.
Well, at
they
least
even
they're
called themselves a
straightforward.
wonderful community of allegedly corrupt and soulless
Allegedly
individuals.
corrupt.
This meant no preaching, no guilt tripping, no criticizing shoplifters. If you broke that rule, your post got deleted and you got banned. No second chances. But moralizing was just
They're
one rule.
gatekeeping. They're gatekeeping. So they like stealing from other people, but they don't want other people to steal their way into their community.
Out of 6. Another rule was about pictures. Members posted pictures of the stuff they stole. Groceries, makeup, electronics, anything they could
How do you steal that much ice cream? What?
get their hands on. But the moderators wanted the pictures to be educational, so they made a rule called lack of information. It said all posts must now include a short description on how the items were lifted.
Wait, what if it's a psyop and it's actually run by feds and the feds are trying to figure out who's stealing and where so that they can track them down and like arrest them?
Violation is removal of post. Then there was rule 6. It was about violence. Advocating violence is unacceptable. We might have criminal intent, but there is no desire to physically harm another person. The subreddit was like a support group for thieves, and members were genuinely happy. One even wrote, "This feels like a best friend group chat. I love you all so much." As messed up as that sounds, the community kept growing. At its peak, it had over 77,000 members. But soon, people outside the group
77,000?
started
That's a
hearing
big
about it.
subreddit.
Major vlogs and news sites picked up the story. Obviously, the general public wasn't okay with a community teaching 77,000 people how to shoplift. Reddit had to step in. In 2018, Reddit updated its content policy. They added a new rule that banned users from promoting stolen goods. The shoplifting subreddit clearly broke that rule. So in March 2018, Reddit shut it down.
Bao spreading disinformation about you again. Are you live posting about a Bao stream in my chat right now? Are you blogging in my fucking stream chat? That's a 24-hour timeout.
Permanently. The subreddit lasted 9 years before getting banned. And in that time, it probably helped thousands of people get into shoplifting. This next group tried to do something good, but they ended up making a mess. r/find Boston suspects. For the sake of YouTube, we'll be calling this.
Didn't these people like try to find like fucking bombers and criminals, and then on Reddit, every time they try to do that, it goes horribly wrong?
Subreddit Find Boston Suspects, not the
I
other
actually
one.
don't know
In
this
April
story.
2013, a tragedy hit America hard. It happened during the Boston Marathon. Thousands were running through the streets. Suddenly, explosions went off near the finish line. Dozens were injured and some didn't make it. The FBI launched an investigation to find out who was responsible.
Make no mistake, we will get to the bottom of this.
But while the feds worked the case, some people on
Are you implying Bao is the Boston bomber? That's crazy.
Reddit thought they
Wait, hold on. I'll ask. Hey, so I just heard something really crazy, and I just want to know. I'm not judging or anything, but are you the Boston Marathon bomber? It's okay, you can trust me. Fate has been cast.
They could solve it faster than the cops. So they created a subreddit called Find Boston Suspects. But instead of helping, they became the internet's worst detectives. The group started by analyzing
You're actually
photos
DMing her
from the
this?
event.
No, I was just joking about it. I don't actually have Bao added on Discord as a friend so that we can do collabs and shit together, which I have literally done several times on stream before. It's all a joke. I would never jokingly ask Bao if she was the Boston Marathon bomber.
Much of the activity on this page involved Redditors scanning over blurry and grainy images that were taken from the Boston Marathon in an attempt to find a suspect.
Can you ask Numi the same thing? There could be literal CCTV footage of Numi fucking planting bombs at the Boston Marathon site, and I wouldn't believe you if you said she was the Boston Marathon bomber. But Bao could be completely forged evidence and I would believe them.
Random faces. They looked for anything suspicious. Then they started pointing fingers with very little proof. Their first suspect was a 17-year-old runner named Salah. Members of the subreddit were convinced that Salah and his coach looked suspicious. The coach had a backpack which they thought contained the devices.
Oh, it's orange
so the group
juice. He has
spread their
orange
photos
juice.
online, accusing them of being the suspects. Even the New York Post put Salah and his coach on the front page. But there was a big problem. Salah was completely innocent. He was so scared for his safety that he went straight to the police to clear his name. Luckily, he was able to prove that he had nothing to do with the incident. How do you prove that? But the Find Boston Suspects community wasn't done causing trouble. On April 18th, 2013, the FBI released photos of the real suspects. But there was another problem. The photos were blurry, so the faces were hard to make out. And once again, the subreddit didn't wait. They rushed to blame someone else. The subreddit compared the blurry FBI photos to random people on social media. This is horrible. That's when someone brought up a man named Sunil. Sunil was a 22-year-old student who went missing a month before the incident. And just like that, the group decided he must be one of the suspects. They posted his name, they shared his photos, and they spread the accusation across the internet.
That's fucked
to them,
up.
Sunil wasn't missing, he was hiding.
Police believe this new image from a surveillance camera shows the 22-year-old just moments after leaving his campus apartment.
Sunil's family created a Facebook page to find him, but after
this is so fucked up and traumatizing towards the family of this poor missing
the
kid.
rumor spread, that page was flooded with hate. They accused the family of hiding a terrorist. The harassment was so bad that the family deleted the Facebook page. Somehow, that only made things worse. Now, people were sure they were hiding something. Even journalists started repeating the rumor. One phrase started trending, "We did it, Reddit." It was what people said when Reddit cracked a big case. But they were completely wrong. On April 19th, the truth came out. The FBI found the real suspects and arrested them. Sunil was innocent. The Find Boston Suspects subreddit destroyed his reputation for nothing. After the truth came out, Sunil's family was furious. Reddit later apologized to Sunil's family. Then they banned the Find Boston Suspects subreddit.
As they
but it was
should,
too late. Because of a wild internet humor, his family was humiliated.
We, knew unconvincingly that this was not Sunil, and it was just very difficult to have the events of that night unfold so aggressively.
Sadly, the story didn't end there. Even though everyone now knew Sunil had nothing to do with the incident, he was still missing. Just days later, police found Sunil lifeless near his school. That meant he wasn't even alive when the incident happened. The Find Boston Suspects subreddit didn't conduct an investigation. They led a witch hunt. It was horrible that two innocent people were tracked down as if they were suspects. But surprisingly, this stuff happens every day. And it could easily happen to us because data brokers sell our personal information.
It's an ad!
You can go to any data broker website right now and buy anyone's data, which to me r/JB. For the sake of our channel staying safe from the YouTube hammer, we'll be calling this subreddit JB. The JB subreddit was full of creeps. Urban Dictionary defines JB as a girl who is too young, but still seen as attractive. From that definition alone, it's obvious what this community was about. Members of this group posted suggestive photos of young females. A lot of the images were stolen from Instagram, Facebook, and school websites.
School websites? Blah. I'm gonna skip this one. I think we can all, like, say resoundingly, it's probably a pretty bad fucking subreddit.
r/Herman Cain Award. This group was accused of mocking the dead. It was like they celebrated when someone passed away. Sounds insane, but if you understand how the group started, it begins to make sense. The subreddit was called Herman Cain Award. It was named after US politician Herman Cain. In early 2020, Herman Cain called the COVID pandemic fake news. Herman Cain kept attending crowded events. Weeks later, in July 2020, Herman Cain got sick and passed away soon after. 2 months later, the Herman Cain Award subreddit was created, but it wasn't made to honor how he lived. It was created to mock how he died. The goal of the subreddit was simple. It shared stories of people who denied COVID and then got infected and didn't survive. Each post followed a formula. You'd see a screenshot of someone downplaying the pandemic or refusing the vaccine. Then you'd get an update from the same person announcing they've caught the flu. And the last screenshot revealed the person's fate. If the person survived the illness, the post was labeled nominated. If they changed their mind and got vaccinated, it was labeled redemption, and if they passed away, they were awarded. That meant they received the so-called Herman Cain Award. By 2021, the media heard about the Herman Cain Award, and they called out the subreddit for being heartless. Families who lost someone would come online only to find their loved one turned into Reddit content.
But by maintaining a subreddit,
I mean, it's not easy for the people who, like, went through all of that too, right? Like, for the people who had their family member die, you know, they probably tried to make them get help too. So, who are you really helping when you make fun and belittle people in that way after their death?
like this, you're cheering for it, right? You want the next story to come in. And beyond that, it's just incredibly disrespectful for the mourning families.
The subreddit's defenders said it wasn't about celebrating death. To them, it was about showing the danger of misinformation.
They only
It's about mocking death. It's not celebrating death. Guys, get it right.
award people, right, given the Herman Cain Award to people who were actively propagating, spreading, and parading extreme misinformation.
Members of the group took things too far. They tracked down grieving family members on Facebook. Then they sent nasty messages mocking the deceased relatives. It was like they were intentionally trying to cause pain. By that point, the subreddit started to seem more like a mob. The harassment got so bad that the subreddit's moderators had to intervene. They issued
Maybe the internet was a
and banned
mistake.
members who harassed grieving family members. However, many members didn't see anything wrong with the harassment.
Holy shit! I completely disagree. I think we should be allowed to do whatever we want to these people. I don't even think they're human.
It became a huge debate within the group. Today, this subreddit is still active and it has about 500,000 members. To some, it's a wake-up call. To most, it's none other than harassment. This next subreddit was so bad it caught the attention of federal agents. r/darknet markets.
The FBI has seized control of a controversial website.
I highly doubt the truth and the fucking efficacy of a Reddit that claims to sell illegal shit.
Which made buying
The
drugs
feds know
as
what
easy
Reddit
as
is,
going
bro.
to the store.
In October 2013, the FBI shut down Silk Road. It was a website where people bought illegal stuff like substances, fake IDs, and stolen credit cards. People even ordered hitmen on Silk Road. If
Wait,
you
why
wanna
is
know
it? Wait, is YouTube so bad now you have to censor cartoon guns? You have to
IDs and
censor
stolen credit cards.
a
People even
cartoon
ordered
gun? It looks like you're holding a dildo now. It looks like you're holding a fucking dildo or something.
Hitmen on Silk Road. If you want to know more about this
It looks
website,
worse
check out
now.
the whole documentary I created about it. When Silk Road disappeared, it left a vacuum. Thousands of people were searching for the next place to get illegal goods. So someone created a Reddit group to solve that problem. It was called Darknet Markets. Darknet Markets didn't sell anything legal, but it told you where to find it. The group was where dealers, hackers, and cyber criminals would hang out and talk about what happened on illicit marketplaces. If someone wanted to buy substances,
Man, this is making me feel like Reddit is actually a cringe place. Like, these people are so fucking dumb.
online, all they had to do was scroll through the subreddit, and they would find recommendations on the best places to buy from. It even had tutorials on how to spot undercover cops and how to buy illegal stuff without leaving a paper trail. And it wasn't a small
Yeah, those guides written by fucking feds.
The subreddit grew to 160,000 members, but with that many people, they weren't exactly flying under the radar. By 2015, federal agents heard about the group, so they started monitoring, waiting for one person to slip up so they could swoop in. In 2015, the feds made a move. They sent Reddit an order demanding personal information for 5 members of the Darknet Markets group. Those users were linked to a new black market called Evolution, and the FBI wanted to arrest them. Reddit wouldn't say if they gave the FBI the information or not. They stayed totally silent. After the request, the community panicked. People stopped posting, activity dropped fast. Then in 2018, 3 years after the FBI's
Why were you
request,
using Reddit as a hub
updated
for
its
that
policy.
anyway?
The new policy banned users from promoting illegal goods and services. Darknet Markets was clearly breaking that rule. So in March 2018, Reddit banned them. This next subreddit created a problem for the entire world. r/deepfakes. The subreddit changed the internet forever, but not in a good way. The group was created by a Reddit user who went by the name Deepfakes, and in 2017 he discovered
Is this deepfakes as in the non-porn ones, or are these the porn
a
deepfakes?
creepy new way to use AI. He would take the faces of female celebrities and put them onto adult videos.
It's
the results were so realistic, people thought the videos were real.
It's very difficult to convince people that that isn't you, because if it looks like you, it might as well be you.
Soon, the Reddit user created
You know that poor woman was instantly edited onto a deepfake porn after daring to say
a
that.
Reddit community to show off his work. He named it after himself, Deepfakes. And once again, for the sake of YouTube, we'll be calling it Fakes. Within 2 months, the subreddit had 15,000 members. The group was filled with AI videos of celebrities. But soon, people didn't just want to watch celebrities. They uploaded photos of real people they knew and asked for AI videos of them.
Some stuff that I saw online was people requesting deepfakes of their sister so that they can use.
It feels inappropriate to make an incest joke here. But goddamn if that isn't the most Kokona shit I've ever heard in my life.
Use that to blackmail them, requesting deepfakes of family members, of their teachers.
Eventually, that wasn't enough too. The members wanted to learn how to make the fake videos themselves. At this point, fakes was no longer one guy's username. It became the term for inappropriate videos made using AI.
The term was born in Reddit when members of a group called Deep Fake used AI to put celebrities' faces.
And it's getting better and better, as we all know. You guys have seen the AI Will Smith eating spaghetti now. At some point, I don't even know. We won't be able to tell reality from fiction at some point, man.
Actors.
But making fakes was hard. You needed a powerful computer and coding skills, but that was about to change. In 2018, a member of the subreddit released a software called FakeApp. FakeApp made creating fakes as easy as clicking a few buttons. Just upload a picture and let the AI do the rest. Now anyone could make a fake. FakeApp spread like wildfire far beyond Reddit. On January 24th, 2018, a blog published an article exposing the subreddit. They pretty much blamed the group for kickstarting the AI video epidemic. The article went viral. People were furious and Reddit couldn't ignore.
Even more reason, if you are a person who exists and you have a face, to not ever post your face on the internet.
Ignore it anymore. 2 weeks later, Reddit banned the fake subreddit. They also uploaded their policy to ban all involuntary inappropriate content. However, it was too late. Even after the ban, fake app continued to spread. And today, fakes blackmail is still a huge problem online. This next subreddit turned tragedy into entertaining content. r/watch people die. Watch People Die, or WPD, was exactly what it sounded like.
How is this any different from the Herman Cain Award? I mean, well, I guess it's worse. Live Leak? Wait, oh, is that what Live Leak is? Naruhodo desu ne. Yeah, we'll skip this one too. This is what I get for wanting to click on and watch this video. See, this is why Lucy Pyre is watching the fucking true crime documentaries in her free time. And I looked at this and I said, it can't be that bad. And then I get like fucking r/JB, Justin Bieber, for sure. And then I get r/watch people die. Okay. Fine, whatever. I have hired this to stare at you. You mean this? That's not funny. That's not funny. This is what I look like IRL, and it's not funny that you're laughing. You're laughing right now and you should stop. It's not funny. It never has been funny. It never will be funny. It's very offensive. Watch your back. I'm not laughing, I'm happy. Ah, Daddy thinks I'm so cute with my big little bunny head. Oh, I look like Bugs Bunny now! What's up with that, folks? Wait, is that what he says? I can't remember. I can't remember what Bugs Bunny says. I made a Lucy a me and put her in Smash so she could beat up other women. This is the reputation that you're giving me, by the way. This is the reputation that you fucking people are giving me. Why? Why? Stop it. You're gonna get me in trouble. Chat, stop. Chat, stop. Stop. Look at that. Holy fucking mound. This is the reputation you made for yourself. Indeed I did. Indeed I did. Okay, Nintendo, when you break their user agreement.
I am Mighty Keith. If you think I'm paying $80 for some Switch games, you've lost your mind. That's outrageous. Let it go, man. It's just how the industry is right now. Hell,
I hate the Nintendo shills.
oh no, I'm not paying $80 for these. I just got my Switch 2 modded, and I'm about to sail the 7 seas. Brother, you going against Nintendo's user
There is no Switch 2 mod. This is false advertisement.
agreement? Well, I'm a user,
Got
and
me
I do not
excited for
agree
nothing.
with their ways. So I'm gonna get this Mario Kart for free 99. You trying to steal from Nintendo, man. I don't know if this ends well for you. Please. Look, I'm gonna pirate their games and send my black ass down. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and sit your
Do not pirate Nintendo games. You will get hate crime.
We noticed you broke our user agreement. So I decided to break into your house.
Wait, why is this actually cinematic?
What was the plan, hero? Mod our Switch 2, steal all our games, run off into the sunset? Buddy, I'm about to peel off all your skin and make shoes out of it.
Oh my god. They would not make shoes out of it. They would turn it into Switch 2 coverings. Like, that's why it tastes bad. Remember how the Switch games, they made the little cartridges taste bad so children wouldn't eat them? That's made out of the skin of people who modded their Switch, by the way.
You can't do this. I own the Switch 2. You don't own a damn thing. You're renting it. What? And your lease.
I love renting for $550.
Did you just brick my system? You mean I bricked my
Wait, was it
system?
450 or 550? I keep forgetting.
Customer. You know what? I don't care. I'll find a way to get back into OS, and I'll play my games on physical. I don't even need to use your internet or your services. Physical. Boy, the only thing physical here is me physically beating your ass.
I thought that he was gonna say me physically fisting you. I don't know why.
What?
Got
Go get
fisting
a
on the brain.
But ain't nothing on that thing but a key and depression. Boy, I'm paying money for a physical copy, and the game ain't on the cartridge. I still gotta download it off the internet. Then what's the point of physical?
Same? Oh my god, you're just like me!
Physical? I done told you, boy, the only thing physical is me beating your ass. Nah!
Or that's...
This is so sad. We cannot let Nintendo keep getting away with shit like this. It's awful. Okay. I think we have time for one more video. Whoa. Let's see. Chatty, someone tell me why my mods let this video in particular get past the Reddit. Can somebody... Banger? Why is my mod calling this a banger? Fun.
Epic rap battles of history.
I love epic rap battles of history.
Versus my dad! Begin. I agree with you on everything. Who won? Who's next? You decide. Epic rap.
Press 1 if you have a relative like this, and press 2 if this is the most offensive video you've ever seen and you can't understand it at all. This is just like my grandma. Yeah, this is like my grandma. I'm getting similar vibes. This is so granny pyre coded, unfortunately. You know? The rules for rulers, lesbians actually like men. Okay.
If lesbians were truly attracted to women, their fun toys would all be woman parts. Instead, they are man parts.
That's true.
That's not true. They function
No, it
to
is.
enhance the experience. Just because your girl got braids in doesn't mean it's not your girl.
What?
Who you love is who you love, no matter what temporary prosthetic they use. We are not talking about something that is simply for visual enhancement. We are discussing technological sorcery mimicking the grounds of masculinity.
So there's evil magic in the strap. Evil magic in the strap.
Lesbians are evil.
Evil magic in the strap. Wouldn't that speak more to the repeated behavior of men that results in women rather using the semblance of a man's member summoned from silicone than actually engage in intimacy with one?
No different than how men will reduce women to objects while only emotionally connecting with their male counterparts.
So straight men are gay, gay women straight. I'm so confused in present day.
This is so yaoi pill.
And wear your face, cause I can't keep up with the escapade. I can't keep up, straight men are gay.
Why does this read like one of my original songs?
And wear your face. I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
Chatty? I have a lot of questions.
Mr. J.
Like a lot of fucking questions. Glakes, thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate it. Okay, this will be the last video for today. My mom's cruel and unusual punishments. What does he mean by this?
On Saturday morning at 10:03 a.m., you were observed coloring a picture of a dinosaur. Is that
Yeah,
true?
so you can't actually be sick.
Yeah?
You should have gone to school.
Can we go to recess? Even though your mom had repeatedly asked you to clean up your toys, you disobeyed her and colored anyway?
What a fucking criminal.
Your Honor, I have no further questions. James, I hereby sentence you to 15 minutes in the timeout corner.
15 minutes? That's it?
I'm no scientist, but I think moms play a very important role in society. Without moms, who would drive us to soccer practice? Who else would tell us that it's not
You
okay
went
to
to
eat cupcakes
soccer?
for breakfast? And who else would point at construction workers and say, that's why you need to get a college education, James? Oh, and I guess they also give birth to you and take care of you, but like, anyone could do that. Now, before I talk about how I was raised, I just...
Hi! Rosuri! Hello, Rosuri! Thank you for the raid at the end of the stream. But it's okay. We still have one video to watch together. It shall be fun. I hope you had a good stream. Were you drawing something? Also, Sugar Love, thank you for the sub. Welcome to Cringe Empire. Hello.
I want to give out this disclaimer that my mom is a great mom. She loves me. At least, she used to. If you asked me when I was 15 if my mom was a good mom, 15-year-old me would have said, no. Okay, but like, when I was little, I'd be talking with my friends, and we would be talking about our parents, and they would say stuff like, yeah, my mom lets me stay up till midnight, and she lets me play really graphic and vulgar video games. Yeah, my mom doesn't care if I wear clothes with skulls on them, and she lets me eat an entire tub of ice cream for dinner. My mom lets me...
My grandma would never let me wear clothes with skulls on them. That's satanic. That's why I became a demon VTuber. This is literally me rebelling.
Play with knives. And I used to think that their moms were so much cooler for letting my friends have that much fun. But now, as an adult, I realize the sad truth, that these kids' moms weren't cooler, they just cared about them less. I'm not saying every mom out there is perfect, but a mom who takes the time to make a responsible member of society is pretty high up on the good mom list.
Renzo.
Anyways, I love you, Mom, and now I'll immortalize and monetize some of that
This
love.
is like the opposite of
When I was younger
Eminem.
and still in need of adult supervision, my mom would take me and my twin sister out to run errands with her. And as you would expect, we were rowdy and wanted to do our own thing. But my mom was prepared for this. She would bring two plastic baggies filled with 10
I know you're
M&Ms,
probably tired of
and
hearing
every time
about
my
my
sister or I
mom.
misbehaved, she would eat an M&M right in front of us. And she made sure we saw her eat our M&Ms. She didn't give us a warning either. If we did anything remotely bad, she would say, hey, look at me.
Like a dog. Like
And
you're
I
a
think that
dog,
parenting
yeah.
technique is the psychological reason that M&Ms are my favorite candy bar. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy.
Something me and my sister really liked doing was hiding in those circular racks of clothes that they have set up in department stores. Being in the middle of one of those racks is such a surreal experience.
It.
I totally recommend
it's so good.
it. But my mom didn't like it when we had fun, so she had to reach her arm in and try and grab us. Do you need any help? Oh, no, I'm just trying to get something in the back.
You guys did that too?
That would be great for spanking
you're so
my
meat-pilled.
misbehaving children! I was spanked as a kid. Nothing too bad. I probably deserved it anyway. I don't remember any specific actions I did that earned a spanking, but I do remember outrunning my mom a lot. Another thing my mom did when I was very little was sometimes when she was washing her hands, she would turn to me and go, achoo, and flick water in my face. It really bothered me, but I never spoke out about it. And one day...
Wait, this guy is just he's like, and I was abused, and she spanked me, but I deserved it. And then sometimes she would fake sneezing on me and get water all over me, and it would trigger my autism, and I could never tell her that I didn't like it because I knew she would ignore me anyway. Yeah, dude.
I just couldn't handle it anymore.
He's making a mom Google Docky.
Why are you crying? But I was too sad to articulate how I was really feeling.
I would have the same reaction. I hate getting wet, like especially if I'm wearing clothes. It really, really bothers me. So I would have to actually make a mom Google Docky.
If you ask her about this today, she'll say that she doesn't remember doing that sneeze gag.
Your mom's a bitch!
Ever, but I remember it vividly. So to get back at her,
No
I put
way!
a rubber band around the dish sprayer,
He's
so when you turn on the
describing
sink, it would spray
gaslighting.
water at you.
It's like, I love my mom. She just gaslights me a little
Come to think of it, I do remember one reason I was spanked. Every time one of my siblings insulted another sibling or told them to shut up, we would have to pay them 50 cents. This resulted in a really weird
50
dynamic when it
cents.
came to insults. We would get excited when someone called us a name.
Take it to my candy shop. I'm gonna let Shaddy lick my lollipop. Oh! Mine's big.
That's 50 cents.
Woo! I'm rich!
But sometimes us kids would just be messing around with each other and we didn't really mean the insults.
So we would feel
Yeah.
bad taking someone else's 50 cents. Like someone would say, hey James, what's 6 plus 6? And I would say, 9, idiot. And my mom
Me.
would hear me and say, James, that's 50
Wait, is that
cents.
not right?
And my sister would feel bad, so she would insult me back and say, James, you're an unpleasant person. Aw. Swear words cost you $5. That's why I don't swear in videos. But now I can afford it. So, you, Mom. You piece of...
Oh my god, he's mad. He's actually... Bro, he's letting out actual trauma here.
My mom never washed her mouths out with soap. She wasn't that kind of person, but she did threaten to if we swore. And one time after I said a pretty naughty word, penis, she said, if you don't behave, I'm going to get the soap. And I said, I don't care.
What are you supposed to call it? Wee-wee? Mom, my wee-wee has blood coming out of it.
Soap tastes good. All right, you big dingus, shove this in your mouth. You won't do it, no balls. So I bit into it and immediately regretted it. Now people are eating soap for views.
Ew.
So I guess we never grow up. Did anyone else's parents put a password on the family computer? Because my parents did, and I didn't know we were the only family that did that. We had a rule in the house that we were only allowed to be on the family computer for however long we read a book for. But luckily, I would just read a book for 15 minutes, get my mom to type in the password, and then she would just forget that I was on the computer and let me stay on for hours. And I played a lot of Neopets and RuneScape. Also, I wasn't allowed to have a
Not
TV or a
Neopets, but same for
computer in my room,
RuneScape.
because then I would have easy access to inappropriate
Porn?
animes. When I was little, cell phones were a thing, but my mom didn't let me have one, so I had to talk to all my friends over a landline.
Thinking about all the
hope I don't
yaoi
have
I
to
read as a
explain what
child.
that is, because that would make me feel really old, and I'm supposed to be in the prime of my life. But basically it meant if I was upstairs in my room talking to a friend, my mom could grab a phone downstairs in the kitchen and just join in our conversation completely uninvited. It didn't matter who I was talking to, I'd be having a conversation like this. I think the reason I internalize and hide away all my problems is because of how invasive my mom is in my personal life.
James, get off the phone and do the dishes.
Mom, I'm on the phone.
Wow, I can't believe you said that to the person who gave birth.
I never had one, no. I remember this, but it was a long time ago, and I don't think this ever happened to me because I would never pick up the phone because I never called other people. I didn't have friends is what I'm trying to say.
What are you two losers talking about?
Luckily, I would almost never be talking to a girl. So at least that didn't happen.
This other time, my mom was giving me and my sister a ride to school, and on the radio, she was listening.
Oh, I feel like I did it to like talk to somebody else in a different room. Like, I would pick up the phone, and then I would yell to my brother to pick it up, And then I'd say, go make me a peanut butter jelly, and he'd hang up.
Listening to the worst subgenre of rock music, Christian rock.
Just kidding, you can like whatever you want.
Anyway, we were pulling up to the school, and I told my mom to turn the music down.
You would? What? Oh my god,
Why?
I love you, Chatty.
Because I don't want people...
Chatty, I just feel so protected by you. So safe around you.
To think I listened to this, Mom. You see, I was in junior high, so I cared a lot about what other people cared about. So she turned the music down, but as we stepped out of the car, she turned the volume all the way back up and blasted
Legally
the music
distinct
for everyone
Carrie
to hear.
Underwood. Damn, that blew my fucking ears out. Oh.
Looking back at the situation, I think that's pretty hilarious. GG, Mom. These aren't all the times my mom embarrassed me, but those are all the ones I'm going to include in this video. I didn't even mention the time when I was 4 when my twin sister wanted to do ballet lessons, but she didn't want to do them alone, so my mom signed me up for lessons too. But that's a story for another video. Love you, Mom.
Is anyone in the comments gonna point out that, like, he's kind of just... Maybe I'm just soft. This sounds so sketchy to me. Okay, mods, take note of the videos I didn't get to watch today. Fucking jot that shit down, and if you don't, I will have a write-up for you. You will be fired instantaneously. I'm expecting good work performance from all of you. Chatty, Chatty, my beautiful little Chatty. Oh, Bao responded. She said, "What are you fucking saying, Lamau?" I'm saying that I feel like you could be the Boston Marathon bomber. Like, did I stutter? I don't think I did. I really don't think I did. Why is she acting so innocent? Like, that is the habit of a guilty person. Only guilty people would behave that way. We're gonna raid Lumi. Oh my god, she looks like she's like edited her model to look like Link, which is so gosh darn cute, so fucking adorable. Just looking at it is filling my heart with love and joy. Love and joy, love and joy. Do you love Chatty too? Yes I do, yes I do. We should watch Grease sometime. Do ba da do da da do da da do 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 do. But Chatty, thank you so fucking much for today. I have a lot of fun. I will be here again tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna play. I might either do Truck Simulator so we can just chat a lot, or I might do some horror games because I've been seeing some horror games, and I kind of like horror games, and I've been seeing some that have been popular lately. So I may check them out. Might just do that. But I'll figure it out sometime tonight. Thank you everyone for all of the compliments on the model, all of the compliments on the gamer subs drop. I appreciate it. It's been a long effort and a long road to finally managing to get it done, but it's here now. It's a fucking weight off my shoulders, and now I can happily get back to entertaining you and not sweating the dumb, small, stupid stuff anymore. Chatty is my love. Chatty is my life. If it is my last day on Earth, I was happy to be Chatty's wife. Type shit. Wait, is that too masculine? I've heard type shit is like the manly way to say things. Okay, like totally. That's the feminine way. Chatty, I love you. It's timing out. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye.